I mean, they make you feel like family from the moment you arrive. Being in real estate for like 34 years, you really come to value and appreciate the level of service that Range Rover gives you. Chattanooga Auto Square Luxury lives here.
Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics of Chattanooga is excited to announce the opening of their new Cleveland location at 680 Stewart Road. Our new location is combined with pediatric dentistry and orthodontics all under one roof. From routine dental cleanings to braces, we've got you covered. We can't wait to see you at our beautiful new office. Give us a call to get scheduled at 423-541-5500 or visit www.pdoc.com. Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics of Chattanooga, where success starts with a smile.
L&B Appliance is your one-stop appliance shop, locally owned and operated, serving this area for over 30 years. They offer sales and service. L&B Appliance, located on Durkee Road at Highway 64 in Cleveland, 423-339-3231. L&B Appliance, large enough to meet all your home appliance needs, small enough to appreciate your business.
Tennessee Valley Urology is the home of the no scalpel vasectomy. Find out more at tnvalleyurology.net or call 423-472-3201. Ace is the only national retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint. Now Benjamin Moore's premium quality and huge selection of colors will be right in your neighborhood, along with award-winning service and advice Ace has always provided for your paint projects. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their paints. You need help finding the right Bradley Gold or Cleveland Blue? Stop by and see your friends at Elders Ace Hardware. Elders Ace Hardware, the helpful place.
Smith Family McDonald salutes all student athletes and their families for the sacrifices they make on the field, but especially in the classroom. Smith Family McDonald's, a Cleveland and Bradley County tradition. Visit Smith Family McDonald's all across our area. Congratulations to Cleveland High School on the next 50 years from Smith Family McDonald's.
Ready to take your career to the next level? At Tennessee Wesleyan University in Athens, our degree completion programs are designed with your busy life in mind. Whether you're balancing work, family, or both, our online classes make it possible to finish your degree on your terms. Degrees are offered in business, criminal justice, and nursing. Join a Tennessee Wesleyan family that's dedicated to your success with personalized support to help you every step of the way. Visit tnwesleyan.edu to learn more.
Mix 104.1 is powered by Duracell.
Are you tired of high cooling and heating bills every year? It's time for a change. Call the experts at Independent Insulation Services at 423-716-3762. Our advanced spray foam insulation can save you money and keep your home comfortable year-round. Don't wait. Get your free quote today. Independent Insulation Services, your spray foam experts.
The best things in life never change. They just get better, like Hardee's Original Bag, just $5.99. Loaded with fries, a drink, and 2 full-size favorites. A juicy charbroiled double cheeseburger, melty hot ham and cheese sandwich, or crispy hand-breaded chicken tender wrap. Choose any 2 plus fries and a drink, all only $5.99. Hardee's Original Bag, loaded with handcrafted goodness. It's the greatest meal deal for your buck. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants.
When you need a new roof, it's all about trust. Your home is too big of an investment and you can't afford to make a mistake. Cleveland Plywood has the products and expertise you're looking for. Contractors have trusted them for over 50 years. Cleveland Plywood carries only proven products from reputable suppliers like IKO. IKO Cambridge is one of the heaviest weight asphalt shingles you can buy. Ask the experts at Cleveland Plywood to show you why that's important. Plus, IKO's limited warranties are among the industry's best. Protect the investment you made in your home. Go with the pros at Cleveland Plywood. Visit them at 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland.
The following is courtesy of Crawford's Pharmacy. Did you hear? Congress slammed top 3 PBMs, paving the way for lower prescription prices and your choice of pharmacy. The Pharmacists Fight Back Act, bill number H.R. 9096, has been introduced in Congress. What does this mean for you? Patients will have the freedom to get all prescriptions filled at the pharmacy of your choice and will see lower healthcare prescription cost. But we need your help to make sure this must-pass PBM reform legislation becomes law. Call your U.S. representative today and ask for their support and co-sponsorship of the Pharmacists Fight Cosmetic Back Act, bill number HR 9096.
This is Dr. Brian Beard with the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry. Not a day goes by that someone doesn't tell me how special my team is, how caring, compassionate, and friendly, and just how different the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry is compared to other dental or medical offices. We are absolutely a blessed team. We are family, and we treat our patients as family. Come see the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry difference for yourself. Give us a call, 476-6541.
High school football supplied by Wholesale Supply Group.
It's back to school. I'm Professor John Davis at Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway, and this is how to sell your car 101. $7,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair value for any trade for the purchase of all Tellurides, all Sorrentos, and all Sportages. High mileage, cosmetic issue, that's okay. Rusted, busted, can't be trusted. At Kia Cleveland, all trades are welcome. Plus, we'll give you $7,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair value for your old car toward the purchase of all Tellurides, all Sorrentos, and all Sportages. That's right. $7,000 more than your trade is worth. Making payments on your current vehicle and want to trade out of it early? This is your chance. Come see me, John Davis, the trade-in man, and get $7,000 over fair book value on any trade in any condition at Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee, where trading your car is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Looking for the dealer who's gonna give you more. Kia of Cleveland Superstore.
Negative equity refinance with approved credit offers don't buy.
Love supporting local? Then you'll love shopping with Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cleveland, your hometown dealer. We're happy to be part of this community and proud to serve you with the better way to buy and service.
We strive to have something for everyone in our inventory. Come find your perfect ride today,
and we'll deliver yours to your door. Visit your hometown dealer today. Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cleveland, the better way to buy and service.
Voytik Center for Orthopedic Care treats all orthopedic injuries, including neck and back pain. At Voytik Center for Orthopedic Care, insurance isn't a worry because they accept all insurances and can even get same-day appointments or even walk-ins. Digital x-rays are even on site. Voytik Center is also a certified concussion care specialist. Contact Dr. Voytik and his staff at 479-3600 for your appointment today.
Captain, the ship's under attack. Asteroid storm coming from all directions. We need the best team to repair this exterior damage now.
Langley Roofing? Seriously?
Get Langley Roofing on the phone right now, Captain's orders.
Every season has its own way of attacking your roof from every angle. The quality and warranty of Langley Roofing performs so well at the best price. So when you love your roof, let Langley quote any repair or replacement. When you see a fit roof, chances are it's a Langley. Visit our family at langleyroofs.com.
It's back to school. I'm Professor John Davis at Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway, and this is how to sell your car 101. $7,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair value for any trade for the purchase of all Tellurides, all Sorrentos, and all Sportages. High mileage, cosmetic issue, that's okay. Rusted, busted, can't be trusted. At Kia Cleveland, all trades are welcome. Plus, we'll give you $7,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair value for your old car toward the purchase of all Tellurides, all Sorrentos, and all Sportages. That's right. $7,000 more than your trade is worth. Making payments on your current vehicle and want to trade out of it early? This is your chance. Come see me, John Davis, the trade-in man, and get $7,000 over fair book value on any trade in any condition at Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee, where trading your car is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Looking for the dealer who's gonna give you more. Kia of Cleveland Superstore.
Negative equity refinance with approved credit offers don't buy.
Cleveland High School Blue Raider football is on the air. An exclusive presentation of Mix 1041 WCLE. since 1967.
Hey guys, this is Dan Good from Crown. Just reminding you that Crown Jeep and Ram is Cleveland and Bradley County's Jeep and Ram headquarters.
What's been worried about all year long is Bryson Maddox wide to the left in front of the Cleveland bench. He's got single coverage over there. We'll see if they try to take advantage. Cleveland walks a man up. That's going to be a 5-man rush, and there's a tackle at the 40. Look from up here like it might have been a face mask, but apparently it wasn't, as they sling Davidson down, and he's short of the 40-yard line at the 39 of Cleveland, 2nd and 7. So
yeah, looks like they're content to keep it close to the line of scrimmage, Terry, and try to use some clock here, try to keep the ball out of the Blue Raiders offense.
10-25, scoreless first quarter. We're going to go to Jason Hildebrand after this play. If Jason's all set up down there, he's not. Okay. Snap, give. Again, Davidson, he's carried practically every time, goes across the 40 to the 42-yard line, still short of the first. So 3rd down as they march toward midfield.
Yeah, just a nice little counter right there on the inside, coming off the guard's rear end right there. He was able to turn him and get about 5 on that one.
Jason Hammock, the new head coach for the Dragons, looking at his first 3rd down call of the game.
That quarterback's not going to be able to run in and out from the coaches there all night, Terry.
He's in good shape, Greg.
I was just saying he's going to be tired.
A little bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maddox toward the visitor side this time. Twins toward the Cleveland side. And we get a timeout on the field. We'll take a 60-second break. No score with 9:23 on the first quarter clock. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Sports on Mix 104.1, sponsored by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
Are you noticing cracks in your foundation walls, moisture in your crawl space, water in your basement, or sunken concrete in your driveways or sidewalk? If so, these are classic signs of foundation and settlement issues. You need a local repair team that can solve the problem with a lasting solution. USS has been repairing homes in Chattanooga and throughout Tennessee for 30 years. For peace of mind, schedule your free estimate today at www.usstn.com/Chattanooga.
Do you suffer from unsightly leg veins? Are your legs turning brown or swelling? Do your legs feel heavy, tired, or achy? Do you have restless legs or leg cramps disturbing your sleep? These symptoms are signs of bad veins. Dr. James Gooden at Milligan Vein offers an office treatment that can make you look and feel better. And your procedure is covered by most insurance. Find more information online at milliganvein.com or call Dr. Gooden today at 423-961-5682 and get rid of those bad veins.
Down coming up. This is the first drive of the game, brought to you by First Horizon. First Horizon Bank, we will find a way. Snap, quarterback steps back, looking for his first pass. He's going to be hit and loses the ball. However, flags on the play, and I think Cleveland's going to be hit with a second penalty. Let's see.
Is that going to be a penalty, Terry? I mean, he just slung his helmet about 15 yards. That shouldn't be a penalty. I'm just kidding, folks. He grabbed him by the helmet, and
luckily the head didn't go rolling like the helmet.
Goodness, yeah, that could have been dangerous for that young man right there. But that's a 15-yarder on Westfield. Westfield was in the backfield quickly. He just couldn't get a hold of a shoulder pad or an arm or anything. All he could get was helmet, and that's what he got. So it's going to be a 15-yarder on Westfield.
First major penalty of the game.
That was definitely a major one.
The timeout a moment ago was brought to you by Milligan Vein. Do your legs feel heavy, tired, or achy? Dr. James Gooden offers an office treatment that will make you look and feel better in a day. MilliganVein.com, MilliganVein.com, MilliganVein.com.
Terry, that was so close to a big play right there. I mean, just literally inches away from it. If he could have got a shoulder pad instead of a helmet right there, it's 4th and about 20, and they're punting. But instead, they're going to end up probably maybe even in Cleveland territory. It's going to be close. I'm not sure where they're marking it off from. I'm not sure they're sure where they're marking it off from.
Still under discussion.
Oh, here we go. We found it now. Yeah, it's going to be. So that's going to be, instead of 4th down, it's going to be 1st and 10 in Cleveland territory.
So all the way to the 43-yard line. Another Cleveland Ford first down, this one by the penalty. No score, and the clock shows 9:18 to go here in the first quarter. In Cleveland territory for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Cleveland needs a big play right here. They need negative yardage.
3 in the backfield, unusual. One goes in motion. That will be Maddox. Here's a give. Davidson again. Davidson has carried, Greg, am I counting correctly? He's carried the ball every time?
No, so the first carry was Riker Arms on a counter. So, but he's got 3 of the 4 carries.
Yes.
He's 3 carries for 7 yards. And then Riker's got another 4.
Got the line of scrimmage, the 43 of Cleveland.
Nice play by Westfield right there. He hasn't been blocked yet. He's almost unblockable right now, Terry, and I think we're going to see that a lot this year.
Absolutely. His junior year, time for him to shine. He has a great future ahead of him.
Most definitely. And they're moving him around to keep him from finding him on the double team.
Give and a new ball carrier across the 40 to the 38-yard line. So for the second time we get somebody new to carry the ball.
That was Arms, his second carry.
And
Riker Arms.
Nice run. So they will stop him at the 34-yard line, ball middle of the field. 7:57 to go in a scoreless first quarter at Raider Field senior night.
That's so weird.
A little bit strange. First time I remember that we've had senior night the first game of the year, but that's the situation tonight. Looking, passing down the right sideline, man-on-man coverage, pass incomplete. Intended out there for Brandon Hayden, a freshman. He couldn't get there. So Cleveland had one-on-one coverage out there, pass overthrown.
Yeah, they better be careful throwing it over the shoulder like that because that was Braden Carroll defending him. And I promise you, if Braden gets his hands on it, it's going to get caught.
Absolutely. This could be another breakout year. This for Braden Carroll and also A.J. Westfield. Both of them juniors, both of them looking to play when they finish Cleveland high school football and go to a college. And so both are expected to have big years.
Yeah, I think they will. I think Trent Collins will have a big year. Isaiah Davis, I think, will have a big year. I look for some guys to have a big year.
Rolling, looking, throwing on the run, passed too hard and through the hands of Will Young as Jalon Benjamin, the quarterback, had a little too much steam on that 10-yard pass.
He's probably got to catch that. I mean, it was a little bit high, but he makes that catch in the flats right there. He's got a blocker in front of him. He could have taken that to the house. He could have taken it a long ways.
So a fourth down.
What do we got? Is there a timeout? Water? Are they giving him a water break? What do we? If I'm no, there. I mean, if I am Clinton, I would. Oh, they turned it over on downs. Yes. That was fourth down. Yeah. Sorry, I was all confused right there. I thought they were lining up for a punt. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
I tell you, who can straighten us out? Jason Hildebrand,
no doubt.
So Jason, help us out here.
So it looks like Stevens will draw the first play. Here, I think we're going to see a lot of quarterbacks tonight. So, but it looks like Stevens is going to get the first one.
So Chase Stevens out there. Cleveland holds them, and they have the ball at the Cleveland 38-yard line. It's going to be Davis right side, and runs through one and out of bounds as another one hits him over the 45.
Yeah.
Jason?
Hey, good pickup by Davis right there on the first down. You know, much needed to set the tone for this Blue Raiders offense after we got the turnover on downs there. So good look on first down.
Cleveland quickly to the line, as always, from the 46. Quick pass, caught, and immediately knocked down as they had that one defended. Davidson, their key runner, also playing D, tackles Davis after about a yard and a half pickup. Blue Raiders to the line. And officials discussing something, and now they're going to let them play.
Yeah, these officials are going to have to figure this out and get out of their way.
3-man line, and here's Davis sliding over the left side, got a block, goes across the 40 to the, across midfield to the 45 of the Dragons. And thanks to Ryan Felton coming over and bailing us out again. That's getting to be his job every Friday night. Ryan Felton, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Davis, right side, and they miss one. He gets a block, and finally his helmet comes off. A high tackle by Maddox, and Davis has a first down near the Cleveland 30-yard line. Jason?
Yeah, another good pickup. Has been by Davis. Good carrying the ball. Looks like they're going to mark something off here. Not sure Davis' helmet came off, but not sure what they're going to call. They're pointing at Cleveland's way.
Well, the man with the white hat will get our attention.
Oh.
I couldn't pick up what his explanation was. He pointed toward Cleveland.
He called a hold on Cleveland and they declined it? Is what he said. That's what he said. I don't think that's what he meant.
Well, they're walking it off.
Okay.
So
he said they declined it, yeah.
So it's going to go back to the 46, 10 yards on Cleveland for the hold.
So it'll basically be he gained 10 yards and they backed him back 12.
3rd and 12 coming up. Third and 2 coming up.
3rd and 2. It's basically 3rd and 2 again.
Interesting when you look at the sticks and misread them.
Oh, they brought a big package in now.
They've got 3 tight ends they can use. It's going to be a keeper and running for a first down to the 40-yard line of the Dragons. For Cleveland, it was Braden Carroll carrying the ball. So Big Braden carries, had extra tight end out there as the blocking back, and it worked out quite well.
Yeah, you had Westfield in the backfield and Sarton as the H-back on the line of scrimmage. That's 2 big youngins to run behind.
First down. Here's Davis, tripped up, goes head first into the ground, but he's okay. Bounces up, stopped at the 38 of Clinton. Jason?
Yeah. Virtually nothing instead of getting hit behind the line of scrimmage.
Wins to both sides. Chase Stevens fires. The junior quarterback completes it, and no yards after the catch as Reggie Hubbard, the third, was brought down immediately. Reggie transferring up from Brainerd High School. Did not play last year. So Reggie Hubbard, he's had some good scrimmages this year. So they expect a lot from him. Maybe the fastest player on the team. And Hubbard will get the ball. He's going right side. And it's going to be Maddox, their super receiver, bringing him down, who's playing a very good job on the left side of their defense. And Hubbard will get the 34. Cleveland looks at 4th down.
I'm guessing they're going to go for it inside the 35 area. What is it? 3rd and about 4.5.
And so Cleveland, Clinton didn't convert on their 4th in Cleveland territory. Let's see what the Raiders do here. Coming in, Sam Sarton as a tight end.
Yeah, I think Cleveland's probably going to end up. Well, they got 20 seconds, but they may end up having to call a timeout here.
5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah,
Cleveland in a huddle, so very unusual.
Yeah, Coach Tiger's he's going to call a timeout here. He may be going to try to draw them off sides and then call a timeout.
We should have taken a picture of the Blue Raiders in a huddle, Greg.
Oh,
they got the playoff.
Yeah, he called.
No, he called timeout before.
I thought he might. They weren't ready to play.
So 4th down, and we're going to take another timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds. No score with 4:48 to go on the first quarter clock here on Mix 104.1. Supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
L&B Appliance is your one-stop appliance shop, locally owned and operated, serving this area for over 30 years. They offer sales and service. L&B Appliance, located on Durkee Road at Highway 64 in Cleveland, 423-339-3231. L&B Appliance, large enough to meet all your home appliance needs, small enough to appreciate your business. Are you looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle? Toyota of Cleveland has you covered with the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in the beautiful city of Cleveland, Tennessee. With an expert sales team, Toyota of Cleveland would love to put you in the vehicle of your dreams. Top-notch service team, expert sales team, and the largest pre-owned selection. Why look anywhere else but Toyota of Cleveland? Exit 20 and online at toyotaofcleveland.com. Toyota of Cleveland cares.
So after the Milligan Vane timeout, it's going to be Cleveland looking at fourth down and about 4, Greg, from the just inside the 35 of the Dragons.
Yeah, I think you got to come on the right side here where Sarton and Charette are and see if you can get Isaiah Davis some yards. Well, Sarton goes in motion, so let's change that.
They're trying to draw the Dragons off sides, and they're not biting on that. Chase Stevens at quarterback looks to Coach Tigert over on the side.
You got Trent Collins over here one-on-one. I may try to go to Collins right here on a slant. He's on the outside shoulder, so he actually has time to do the slant right here.
Pass over the middle to Sarton, too high. He couldn't bring it down.
That's a
and
touchdown.
The ball will go over on down. Jess, if that one hadn't been quite as high, Sam is going to the end zone. Jason?
Yeah, you look right there. I mean, it was just a little lob, and it just put too much mustard on it for Sarton to handle. Just overthrew him right there, but you're definitely right, guys. That was had 6 written all over it.
Greg, neither team able to convert on fourth, and we've got 4:45 to go in the first.
Yeah, that was a nice play right there by Cleveland. I mean, he cleared the line. He froze the linebackers with the fake run, and Sarton cleared right there, and he just couldn't. He just overthrew him by a little bit.
So it's going to be Clinton football at their 34-yard line, middle of the field here in the first quarter. You're listening to Cleveland Ford Friday Night Football on Mix 104.1. We appreciate our friends at the 24/7 Movement and also ATS The Bridge for helping us with our pregame setup tonight. Clinton's second drive of the game coming up. Cleveland just completed their first Horizon Bank drive. Neither team able to get it more close to the end zone. Long pass down the sideline, going up for it.
That is not a penalty. No, sir, that is not a penalty. He was out of bounds for one thing.
So the official has a flag. The guy that was closest didn't throw the flag. It was a guy a little bit further away that threw
I can call him by name if you want me to, but I won't.
We'll skip that. Folks, Greg's been on the road all day long. Please overlook him. We got a bunch of stories to tell during this broadcast.
We
Greg.
definitely do. That's tough. I mean, I thought that was good defense by Hubbard right there, and 7 faded out of bounds, and the ball was uncatchable. So I don't agree that was a penalty.
So there's
but that doesn't matter because
third mark off of the game against Cleveland. It's a first down at the Dragon 49-yard line.
Yeah, I don't have stripes on. Maybe I need to wear stripes. You think they would listen to me if I wore stripes?
Oh, yeah. Stripes have to be going up and down, Greg, not horizontal.
Oh, oops. That's all I have.
4-man line. Looking. Right sideline for Maddox. Did he come down in bounds? No, he was out of bounds. Close to having a foot in bounds, but didn't happen. As he makes the catch, Hubbard out there covering for Cleveland.
Great job by Hubbard right there, Terry, because he was going to come down in bounds, and again you've got to get a foot down, and Hubbard pushed him so he couldn't get a foot down, and was able to get him out of bounds on the incompletion.
So once again, Maddox the intended receiver. Clock stopped, 2nd and 10, 4:35 to go here in the first quarter. No score. Terry Evans, Greg Phillips, Jason Hildebrand at Cleveland High on a warm, sunny afternoon. Here's a give. It's going to be Davidson. He makes one miss, lowers the shoulder, goes through a pile, and almost to the 40-yard line of Cleveland for a first down. About 11 yards there. Move the chains. Nice running by Davidson. He didn't seem to have very much on that one, Jason.
No, and really, I mean, you're watching the Clinton backs. They're doing a real good job of just watching their feet out there. They're making a lot out of nothing when it looks like they're stopped dead in their tracks. Cleveland's just got to do a better job of just honing in on those backs and making the tackle.
First and 10, a Cleveland Ford first down, and we get a stoppage in play. We're going to change footballs.
That one had illegal rosin on it.
One football out, one football in.
Maybe it was deflated. Maybe it was deflated.
Maybe it was a Brady football.
Yeah, maybe it was deflated.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just too hot.
Yeah, it's the air's coming out of it because it's so hot.
Here's something that's interesting. Okay, he moved the ball back. It was first and 10, and the ball was at the 40, but the marker was at the 41. All right, we got that fixed.
Okay.
Again, if they try to do that for Cleveland, it's one thing, but that was for Clinton.
Davidson. And Cleveland gets a flag thrown to the pile. The 3 Blue Raiders there on top of Davidson. Westfield was there. Also there for Cleveland was Sarton. And I think...
Westfield just got his second face mask penalty.
Well, you're taught to grab what you can in this life, Greg.
That's...
you see something, you got to grab it.
That was the 5-yard variety, thank goodness.
So that's going to make it spotted at the 33-yard line. So penalty number 4, I'm counting?
5.
5? Oh.
Yep, that's 5 for 50. It's not a bad start to the first quarter. Did I say that out loud?
You said it out loud for sure.
Here's a quick snap. Nobody was ready.
Westfield and Benjamin were the only ones that were ready for that.
Throwing the ball away on the run with Benjamin. I kind of think the center had his own snap count there.
Yeah. Benjamin will have a talk with somebody because Westfield came through untouched and he was on the prowl after him, and Benjamin wisely threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, it's like the center snapped the ball, no lineman moved, and it looked like they thought it might have been blown dead for some reason, but there was no whistle blown.
Westfield didn't think it was.
So. He was getting all he could.
Nothing like fun at the old ball game. 2nd and 2 coming up for the Dragons. No score here in the first quarter at Cleveland. Benjamin hands off, and they smother and cover and throw down the ball carrier at the 36-yard line. That, again, is Elijah Davidson. He got no help from his friends up front, and it's going to be 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, nice job by Emilio Green right there, coming up and filling at linebacker and keeping him from getting outside and making the tackle.
Jason?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I thought that was 3rd down itself right there, but it only ended up 2nd. But, big play right here for this Cleveland defense to try to force, Clinton into a 4th down potential conversion attempt. But big play on defense for Cleveland.
From the Cleveland 36, pass too high. Nobody could bring that one down. Intended receiver was Caden Hodgins, but they couldn't connect. That's about 2 throws that have been over the receiver's head.
That was the old Tim Tebow jump pass.
There you
go. For no reason.
Yeah.
So Benjamin is 1 of 6 for 7 yards right now, and his one completion was the push pass with the receiver coming across, which I think still should be considered a run, but it's not.
So you're saying, Greg, officially he's got 1 completion. In Greg's book of statistics, he doesn't.
That's kind of what I'm saying.
We have our 3rd Milligan Vane timeout of the first quarter. No score, just under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. So let us tell you again about Milligan Vane. Do your legs feel heavy and tired or achy, Greg? Dr. James Gooden offers an office treatment that will make you look and feel better in a day.
He can make me look better? He can make me look better?
Look better, feel better,
wow.
MilliganVane.com. And he might be a miracle worker, Greg, to make you feel better, look better, act better.
Yeah, I need that. So I'd say that I don't think that should be a completed pass, but I have Patrick Mahomes in my fantasy league, and so that's won me a lot of games.
Yeah, I look at it, it's even like a little swing pass.
Yeah.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
It's all on the running back.
Yep. Oh, we got another penalty.
We got movement by Clinton, so that's going to back them up 5 yards. And I'm not sure about their punting game, but they're going to be back near the Cleveland 40. So 4th and about 10. You're going to punt, or are you still going to go for it on 4th and 10?
I think they're going to go for it. That's their first penalty of the game. Yeah, I think they're going to try to hit a pass here, try to get a pass interference or something like that.
Empty backfield. Benjamin going left side, incomplete. 2 receivers close by. It went between them. And so the ball will go over for the second time here in the first quarter to Cleveland. Defense holds when Clinton gets in Cleveland territory. And Cleveland's only drive of the game thus far ended near the 30 of Clinton because they could not connect on 4th down.
Yeah, and Westfield has still not been blocked. I mean, the quarterback literally had to catch the ball and throw it, and then immediately get hit by Westfield. He's going to be a terror this year on quarterbacks.
From the Cleveland 41-yard line, second drive of the game, Davis motion back to the quarterback. Stevens gives him Cash Bandy gives him the ball as Cleveland alternating quarterbacks. First drive was Chase Stevens. This drive will be Cash Bandy, and Davis loses 2 yards.
Yeah, nice job by Maddox, the receiver right there, to come up and fill the gap right there and get him in the backfield.
He's been the most consistent tackler for the Dragons. Motion back to the quarterback. They don't throw to him. They throw to Davis the other way, and he drops the ball. Had 2 people out there to block for him, and might have taken the eye off of it just a moment.
Well, but I will tell you, Coach Tigard just put that last play in his memory bank with Maddox coming up and filling right there.
Yes.
You're going to see a fake right here in a minute, and you'll see Sarton or Carroll or somebody running through the middle where Maddox is supposed to be for about a 60-yard touchdown.
Jayon Smith, senior, transfer from Brainerd, is now a wide receiver on the right side. Hubbard inside of him, and there's a mark off, and I didn't see a flag. Jason, did you catch what that was about?
I didn't catch what it was about. It was the 5
illegal shift.
They called illegal shift on Cleveland. So that's what, guys. Is that 55 yards in penalty so far?
6 for 55 in the first quarter.
2 minutes, 19 seconds to go. Not looking good for Cleveland on the penalty side of things at this point.
Last night, we're well on our way here to surpassing that.
The magic number is 30. That's what Bradley and McMahon had last night, 15 apiece. And so that's the magic number, Greg.
We're well on our way right now.
Second and long. Cash Bandy. Going to be a screen pass. Going to be caught by Davis. He's hit. Breaks the tackle. 40.
Gone.
50. Look out. You can forget it. Davis all the way.
You missed the first tackle. You don't get a chance at the second one.
Davis, who signed with Richmond earlier this summer, has just taken a screen pass, broke a tackle, and bye-bye, baby.
Yeah, they had a chance at bottling him up for negative yardage, and when they didn't, it was all over.
With 2:04 on the first quarter clock, Cleveland up 6-0. Cleveland to do the point after, and Clinton prepared for all possibilities. Last year, Cleveland drove Clinton wild with the crazy point after. This one doesn't work. There's a snap to Emil Green, and he's tackled and knocked down. So the score is 6-0 with 2:04 to go in the first quarter. Cleveland on top, and we'll be back in 60. Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
Not all composite decking is the same. Enjoy life's beautiful moments on an equally beautiful composite deck. Envision's products feature deep, non-repeating grains and distinct colors throughout each pour, offering a truly unique appearance unlike anything else on the market. Learn more and find inspiration for your project at Cleveland Plywood. Cleveland Plywood Company, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland.
Paula, tell us about how you came to shop at Chattanooga Auto Square.
Well, I was introduced to it from my husband. He purchased his first Range Rover years ago. Then occasionally I'd start asking him if I could start driving it.
I would confidently recommend them. I mean, they make you feel like family from the moment you arrive. Being in real estate for like 34 years, you really come to value and appreciate the level of service that Range Rover gives you. Chattanooga Auto Square, luxury lives here.
Back here at Benny Monroe Stadium on the campus of Cleveland High School, where Cleveland just hit a 65-yard pass, bandy to Isaiah Davis on a nicely set up screen pass. Again, like I said earlier, one miss and Davis is going to the house, and he did. So that was a 65-yarder. Cleveland set to kick off right here with 2:04 left in the game, up 6-0. And here's Terry Evans on the call.
Thank you very much, Greg. As Blue Raiders on a beautiful screen pass. They worked a lot on that in practice this week when I was watching, and they set it up perfectly. Just as Greg said, one broken tackle and it's gone.
Was that Bandy or Stevens in the game for that? I was just remembering back in my mind and clicking back in my mind, and I thought I remembered a different number.
Bandy's 9. Bandy.
I thought it was. They switched them out. Yeah, I messed that up. That was Stevens on that screen, on the screen pass, not Bandy. That's my photographic memory. I'm like, I just started clicking back on that, and I'm like, wait a minute, that wasn't Bandy. That was 16.
Okay. I missed that one.
Yeah, I did too. Until, like I say, I just clicked back on it, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's sad. My memory works like that, but it does.
Give credit to Chase Stevens for the touchdown pass. Here's Cleveland's kickoff. Bolaños puts it to the 5-yard line. Return, and it's going to be across the 20, 25, 28-yard line. Again, Davidson on the return. He's been the main man offensively for the Clinton Dragons. .157 on the first quarter clock. As the sun slowly sets over the western horizon into the eyes of Greg, Jason, and myself.
Yeah, it is hard to see.
The Dragons take the field with Jones split wide to the right side, Smith on coverage for Cleveland. Maddox on the left side, Hubbard on him. Maddox has about a head and a shoulder taller than Hubbard. And we get another
delay again.
So, first one of those, and it's going to be first and 15. Clinton coach not exactly happy with his quarterback right now. Words of encouragement, Jason.
Definitely words of encouragement. Not happy, like you said. We'll just leave it at that.
And here's a give, running hard up the middle. They've got a few yards there. Carrying the ball was Arms, his third carry of the game.
Arms is consistent. He's got 3 carries for 12 yards. All of them were 4 yards. So he's good for 4 yards a carry.
Well, 3 carries, you got a first down.
That is true. May have been closer to 5 there, but we're going to give him 4 just because I like the consistency. 90
seconds to go in the first quarter. Cleveland up 6-0. Jason will have Ace Hardware scoreboard here in a little bit. A lot of games being played here. Pass over the middle. Paul Maddox. Nobody will get him. Maddox right across the middle. Cleveland was nowhere to be found on defense. It's a quick catch and score, and now the Dragons can take the lead with a point after.
Well, yeah, it's a 72-yarder right there on a slant, and the free safety was nowhere to be seen on that. And once he cleared, he was free to make his way.
That is one name that kept being brought up this week, all week long, by Coach Taggart, was number 7, Bryson Maddox, and he just showed why. Point after coming up. Snap, placement, kick is good. Dragons have the lead, 7-6. Point after kick by Ortiz, Emmanuel Ortiz, sophomore. puts the Dragons on top, and we'll be back in 60. This is Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
At Wholesale Supply, we're more than just a plumbing, electrical, and HVAC supplier. We're your partners in success. Join our family of customers today and experience the benefits of partnering with us. Enjoy free local delivery so you can focus on what you do best, getting the job done. With wholesale pricing, you'll save big on every purchase. Plus, our fast, friendly support team is here to assist you every step of the way. Our vast selection from top manufacturers ensures you'll find everything you need all under one roof. To find a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more. And remember, Wholesale Supply, open to the public.
Turn your world yellow with Mayfield Dairy this fall. Whether you're wrapping up a workout or craving a tasty afternoon treat, our rich chocolate milk replenishes nutrients and provides high-quality protein to keep you going. Grab some Mayfield milk today and experience real, southern, sunny goodness in every sip. From our iconic yellow jugs to our delicious chocolate milk, everything tastes better with Mayfield. Turn your world yellow because the best moments are made with Mayfield Dairy.
1:11 to go on the first quarter clock. Cleveland trailing 7-6 to Clinton, who just scored on a big pass play from Benjamin to Maddox. And the point after by Ortiz puts them up 7-6 here on Mix 104.1. Thanks for joining us anywhere that you're listening right now, either on the My Mix 104.1 app or the regular signal. And kickoff. Slow roller. Picked up and fumbled, and finally picked up again just across the 20 as picking it up for the Blue Raiders, the deep man, Reggie Hubbard. One of the up guys had an opportunity, Greg, but he couldn't hang on to it. So luckily for Cleveland, Hubbard did hang on.
That was an interesting kick. It had a sideways spin to it, and Cleveland couldn't get their hands on it.
It was like a slow roller down the third baseline.
It was.
I mean, if that's what Clinton wanted, they got it. But Jason, that was about as slow a kickoff as I've seen.
It was. It looked almost like a kind of a knuckleball kick down that way, like an old Phil Necro pitch, and it hit the ground, and it kind of just got down there and scooted around, wobbled around. Like you said, it looked like a bunt down the third, swinging bunt down the third baseline.
Exactly. So Cleveland to the line. 1:02 on the clock. They've corrected that, I guess. So we're ready for football. Dugan, the center. New center for Cleveland to snap it back. Chase Stevens there at quarterback. Davis behind him. It'll be Davis left side. Looking for some blocks. That cuts through. Goes helmet to helmet near the 25. So about 4 on the pickup.
Davis, 6 carries, 36 yards thus far, and then he's got the 68-yard touchdown as well. So he's already over 100 yards in the first quarter.
Give it to him again. Big opening up front. Straight ahead blocking, and Davis will go across the 30 and very close, and it should be a first down, and they will move the chains. A Cleveland Ford first down. Give the guys up front a lot of credit, Greg. He could have walked through that hole in the line.
Yeah, Charette just blew his man off the line of scrimmage right there. Charette's man was about 7 yards. I think his man made the tackle about 10 yards down the field because that's where he had him blocked to.
Cleveland Ford first down. Now they change it correctly to a first down. 14 seconds in the quarter. Chase Stevens fakes, looks, deep over the middle, and it is incomplete. Braden Carroll, the intended receiver, 3.5 seconds on the clock. And let's give credit up front, number 61, Joster Canales. He's a senior. 53, Nate Carter, left guard, a senior. New center this year, number 55, Andrew Dugan Jr., right guard, Aiden Smith, a senior, and Stonewall Charette, a senior at right tackle. Those guys do not get enough credit for their work. Stevens fires, and it's going to be dropped incomplete.
Got to catch it before you run with it.
Jayon Smith tried to run before he had the ball, and the first quarter comes to an end. At the end of one here on Mix 104.1, it's going to be Clinton 7, Cleveland 6. We'll be back in 60. Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by the one and only Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
Check out the great deals this August at Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland Summer Sales Event. You pick 2024 Sentra S, Versa S, or Kicks S. 0 down, $275 a month. Plus, Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland has over 600 vehicles in stock. Rates as low as 0%. Want to trade in your old car? Mountain View Nissan offers up to $5,000 over book value for your trade. Shop in person, exit 20 off I-75 or online at cleveland-nissan.com. Payments per month, 84 months. Does not include tax tag, title, or dealer doc fee of $6.99. Plus finance through the dealer. Subject to credit approval and pick from new dealer stock. See dealer for details.
As a homeowner, I'm always looking for peace of mind, especially when I have a costly unplanned expense, like a cooling system repair or replacement. That's when I turn to the free eScore home evaluation program offered by Cleveland Utilities. This program offers invaluable advice from experts trained and approved by TVA. Network of contractors are licensed and insured, so you can be assured the job will be done right and inspected for free. Sign up online at www.2escore.com or call Cleveland Utilities at 472-4521 to learn more. Always looking for ways to help our community. We are Cleveland Utilities, your hometown connection.
We go to the second quarter. Cash Bandy fires pass caught, laying on the ground, but still corralling the ball is Braden Carroll, his first reception of the game. Close to a first down, and they'll say about 1.5 yards short.
I was going to say, the one guy over here said move the sticks, and I'm like, I'm not sure that's a first down.
So 4th and 1.5 yards, Greg, you going for it? They line up as though they are.
Absolutely, I'm going for it.
Trailing 7-6, early second quarter. They got two big tight ends in there. And it's going to be keeper Braden Carroll. Second time they've run with him, and he gets the first down and 1 yard to spare.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, that play right there is going to be hard to stop with Sart and Westfield leading the way. The only thing that could have possibly been better, and I hate to bring up the past, but if Zaborski was still here running behind those two, that would be lethal as big as Zaborski is.
Yeah, that could have been illegal. That much power. And it's going to be staying in the game, A.J. Westfield. He'll line up beside Braden Carroll again.
Yeah, Westfield trying to get his team fired up. He feels like they're a little flat right now. He's trying to get them fired up. Oh, they're making Charette come off for some reason.
You know, if I were an official and I was asking Charette to go off for equipment change or whatever, I would say, sir.
Oh, absolutely. And then you look at his dad, and he's even bigger.
You know, I told Scott McGowan the other day when Mr. Charette walked by, if I had those muscles, I'd hit whoever I wanted to hit.
That's exactly right.
My gosh.
He's a large human.
All muscle.
Yeah.
Back to play at the 45 of Cleveland, reverse, and it's going to be stopped and smothered and covered 1 yard shy of where it started from the line of scrimmage as Braden Carroll does a reverse with Davis, and not falling for it was the Dragons.
Nice job by Davison right there coming up and filling. I thought that would be a nice play for Cleveland. That play will get some yardage for them at some point. I'm not sure on 1st and 10 it's going to get them yardage, but on 4th and goal or something like that may get them some yardage.
Braden Carroll stopped as though he was going to throw the ball. He not changes directions, but speeds up, goes around the corner, goes out of bounds just across midfield. I don't know if he was waiting for a block or if he was going to throw the ball, but he gave a big hesitation, Greg.
No, I think he was going to throw the ball. They had a receiver coming down on the post down here. I think he was going to throw it.
So, 3rd down, they need 4. And keeping the ball up the middle, it's going to be a first down. Cleveland. Cash Bandy carries for the first down across the 45 to the Dragon 42-yard line. So we've actually had 3 quarterbacks in the game for 2 quarterbacks and Braden Carroll running the ball.
Right. Bandy will stay in the game now.
1st and 10. Bandy looks right. Going to go down the sideline. One-on-one coverage. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nice catch by Jayon Smith, a senior, 6'2", 175, first year at Cleveland. Previously at Brainerd, he and his brother. And that one was put right on the money, Jason.
Yeah, and it showed you a really good arm strength by Bandy. And, welcome back. It was out most of the year last year. First game back, and actually, it's a great pass. And the receiver just got back behind the defense, and that was all she wrote.
So Bandy laid it perfectly out there down the sideline. Here we go again with Cleveland's odd point after. They were unsuccessful a while ago. And a snap to the up back, and he's going to get in without going to the ground, and that is going to be Sawyer Boyd's first points of the year. He was just a step back from the center. Everybody else off to the left, and center snapped it to Sawyer Boyd. He goes in for 2, and Cleveland is up 14-7.
Well, and again, it's unfair because Charette is the long snapper here. They had 2 guys on Charette, but it still wasn't fair. Boyd is not small himself, so Boyd gets under there, and Charette just blows the 2 guys off the line of scrimmage, and Boyd walks in. Yeah, that's going to be hard to defend. I mean, all joking aside, that's going to be hard to defend because if you're going to put 2 guys right there on Charette, it's going to have to be 2 large guys.
Got to get 3 yards.
Yeah.
3 yards down.
Exactly.
And another thing, to me, what's going to be interesting this year, one of many Cleveland stories is Sawyer Boyd. Finished second in the 300-meter hurdles in the state track meet back in May. So if you can finish second in the state in the hurdles, you can hurdle some defenders.
And
he's
not
big.
only can he hurdle, dude can roll.
Yeah.
he can move.
And you think of a hurdle guy, you don't think of real big guys, but good
he's
size.
listed at 6'2", 185.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean he's a good sized human.
Maybe he just steps over the hurdle, Greg.
He could. We've moved to the left side hash mark here, and indicative of a onside kick.
And they've got 9 up close. There's a line drive, 2-hopper, taken at the 15. And 20, 25, breaks the tackle, and finally smothered at the 32-yard line on the return, Will Young.
He goes by Will Keys Young. So that his Will Keys is what he goes by. I was talking to the SID earlier. He said that's what his mama wants him called. Will Keys.
We will call him Will Keys Young.
He's a sophomore wide receiver.
So Will Keys gets them to the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. Cleveland up at 14-7, 10:25 to go in the first half here on senior night at Cleveland High School, opening the 2024 season for these Blue Raiders.
Cleveland's got 12 men on the field right now.
Your chances of winning are a lot better that way.
Cleveland has 12 men on the field right now. Am I right? Is it? Okay.
We're waiting for Clinton to get ready, and finally...
That's illegal. He can't come onto the field like that.
Well...
He has to be inside. He has to go inside the numbers and come back out.
And
there's another penalty.
The Clinton coach didn't, I guess they didn't notice him there on the field, but nevertheless, giving instructions to his wide receiver. And here's a run by Hayden, and
that was Benjamin on the keeper.
My mistake. Yep. Benjamin across the 35 to the 38. Greg, there is flags on the field.
Oh, yeah, it was another face mask. A very obvious one.
That's the second time they've grabbed Benjamin's face mask doing. They got him on the first drive, and his helmet came off, and then get him again here. And we're going, guys. I mean, it might be midnight before we get out of here tonight.
This one wasn't quite as bad,
no,
though.
It wasn't.
His head didn't fall off on this one.
Ball across midfield after the mark-off. And so Cleveland gives up another 15 yards on the penalty. Ball now at the 47 of the Blue Raiders, 1st and 10, Clinton, trailing Cleveland 14-7 here in the second quarter. Inside give and to the 45, Elijah Davidson on the run. Elijah got a few moments of a break there. He hadn't carried the ball in a while.
That's his 7th carry, though, so he's carried it a lot.
Westfield helps him up off the Cleveland turf. Welcome to Benny Monroe.
Yeah, puts him down and then picks him up.
There you go.
Put him down and pick him up.
Second down coming up.
With Westfield and Nate Carter there in the middle of the line, that's two strong and two powerful young men. They should be able to stop the run up the middle.
Benjamin moves a man in motion to the right side, looks left, and fires incomplete. He had defenders in the front and the back, and we got a flag on the play. Well, he had a Blue Raider in front and a Blue Raider behind him. Carroll was the one behind, and in front of him was Smith. So
I didn't see that. I was watching the quarterback, so I didn't see if it was a pass interference or not.
So, and Greg will count up what number and how many yards we've had tonight.
So that is 8 penalties for 85 yards here in the first half.
That moves the ball to the 31 of Cleveland. That's the closest they've been other than the touchdown pass. 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 31. Benjamin, still a back to either side of him. They bounce it outside, a little bit of running room, and coming up to Submarine, the runner was Reggie Hubbard III. He upends the runner at the 31-yard line. Nice move, Jason.
Yeah, Riker, not Jason, but Riker is up to 5 yards now. He's moved up a yard. He's consistent.
Greg keeping it all easy to figure out.
Yep. He's making it easy. That's 4 carries for 17 yards for Riker.
Under 9 minutes to go in the first half. It's 14-7 in favor of Cleveland. Cleveland's up 6-0, down 7-6, and now up at 14-7. Here's a give, left side inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. Nate Carter and company in on the tackle as quarterback keeps it for a few yards. They need the 21. They're at the 24. 8:20 on the scoreboard clock. And getting directions from the coaching staff on the sideline, Jalon Benjamin, sophomore quarterback, as we said, his first year at Clinton High School. Interesting, they stay with that set of a back to either side of him. Here's a give, and going to be another. Westfield brings him down. I was looking to see if there's flags on the play. No. Westfield gets him without making contact with the face mask, Jason.
So that was arms again. He went -4 that time. He's, again, consistency. That's a nice play by Westfield, but you could tell Westfield was looking at the officials. He either grabbed him by the shoulder for a possible horse collar or got him in the helmet and got away with one there.
It was definitely high.
Yeah.
That's all I could tell. As I saw him spin around, and the first thing I thought was, I'm going to see yellow on the field. But
yeah, he was looking.
4th down 7 after that play. Benjamin looking, fires over the middle, caught by Maddox, touchdown, his second of the game. Again, Cleveland lost Maddox, and he makes them pay. Quarterback rolled to his left. Benjamin bought some time, squared the shoulders, and fired it, and it was all catch and run for Maddox from about 10 out. Clinton is within a point of tying the game as Ortiz will come on to attempt the point after. So what Coach Tigard preached this week was stay aware of number 7, and he showed twice why that sermon was talked about many times this week. Ortiz, kick, block, no good. So Cleveland blocks the kick, and it might have been Gabe Moore. Can't be 100% sure, but I think Gabe Moore was the one that blocked it. So the wrestler who finished 3rd in the state this past winter comes up with a block kick, and we'll take a 30-second break. The score with 6:59 to go in the half. Cleveland 14, Clinton 13. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
It's time to come home to Jenkins Deli, Cleveland and Bradley County's heritage restaurant for over 40 years. The owners of Jenkins have raised the bar in food quality, expanded the bar menu with new seating, new televisions. And now Jenkins has a Sunday brunch. You have to try Jenkins' new barbecue, including smoked pork and brisket. Live music on the Jenkins patio every Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. Dinner specials. It's time to come home to Jenkins. Follow Jenkins Deli on Facebook.
14-13, Cleveland on top with the block extra point attempt. And as we said, credit that time, Gabe Moore, a junior on this football team. Greg?
Yeah, Cleveland, Terry, that, the free safety, I think it's Hubbard, is coming up and trying to defend the run and all that. And Maddox has gotten wide open on two, kind of in between, slants and posts. It's probably about a 10-yard slant, and he's been wide open.
Kick, this time to the 18-yard line. Here comes Hubbard. Right side, trying to outrun everybody. Cuts the corner, goes to the 40 and down.
Nice return.
Nice return by Hubbard, showing some speed. And Jason, if you find any scores, if you can update us on the Ace Hardware scoreboard.
Yeah. As far as scores go, we're looking at Jefferson County is up on Oak Ridge 14-0. Maryville's up on Heritage 14-0, both in the second quarter. Knox Central's up on Fulton in the second quarter, 14-0. Ravenwood is up on Alcoa, 6-0 in the first. And right now, currently, Lenore City is beating South Doyle 20-0 in the first quarter.
Okay, the Ace Hardware scoreboard. Thanks, Jason. Here's a give, and it's going to be Braden Carroll coming around from wide out to take the ball. And a lot of running for about 1.5 yards as far as gaining yards goes.
But I do see something on the field.
No, Greg, you don't.
Do I, Terry?
It's just an imagination.
Is there something on the field?
Just an imagination. The officials are just discussing.
Is there something right below the C? I think I see it.
Let's get the glasses out and make sure.
Who's it on?
I don't believe it. So after the mark off, back to the 34. Well, he might have a good mic. I didn't understand what he was communicating, the official that is. So
I didn't hear. It was a 10-yard penalty for a hold, and he said it was during the run, so it's still first down.
And it is at the Cleveland 34-yard line instead of the 44. Stevens at quarterback, Davis beside him. Give Davis, and he'll go for a few yards. Tough running Davis. And Sarton will go out. Stevens goes out. And let's see, you're going to have Cash Bandy in there. And also coming in for Cleveland will be Hubbard as a slot receiver.
Yeah. Davis, 9 rushes for 49 yards right now, along with the pass.
Bandy, keeper up the middle. And hit, breaks another tackle across midfield. Tough running Cash Bandy. And there's a real late flag after the play. And it's going to be against Braden Carroll. Carroll will come off the field. And so, again, we'll have a mark off against the blue. So when they stop walking, it will be all the way back to the Cleveland 36-yard line. For an update on stats, Greg, how many penalties?
Was that a 10 or a 15-yard?
That was a 10.
A 10? Okay. So that is 4 for 50 in the second quarter, and we were 6 for 55 in the first quarter. So we're 10 penalties for 105 yards.
6:08 to go in the first half. Cleveland on top by a point at 14-13.
Yeah, that's what I was just. That was a 15-yard. I think that was an unsportsmanlike on somebody.
All right. So add 5 yards to that total.
Yeah, 110. So there are 10 penalties for 110 yards.
And the
they
official,
got to do something about that.
Official sending a player out for Clinton must be an equipment issue. So we'll get a new D lineman in for the Dragons. And now Cleveland set on third and long about 16. Bandy stays at quarterback. Good snap from Dugan. Bandy looking right sideline. Incomplete. Threw it a lot shorter than what the receiver was. Jayon Smith had gone a little bit deeper than Bandy thought he was going to go.
Yeah, that was a little miscommunication there on the route.
Cleveland fourth down. We may have our first punt of the game.
Looks like Bolaños is going to be the punter.
So Cleveland late getting a guy in for the punting team. Fourth down at the Blue Raider 36-yard line.
Yeah, he's not allowed to come on the field like that without a helmet on, and the official let him get away with it this time, but told him not to do it again.
Clinton's slow to get a player off the field also. Well, lucky for both teams, no quick snap, and now Cleveland does the lineman shuffle, changes everything around. Bolaños, a running kick on fourth down, and out of bounds, no return, but not a lot of distance either. So
he's still walking up. He's still walking up.
Ooh, that's going to be extremely.
About how much?
3-yard punt.
That's what I was thinking.
So it's going to be Clinton ball at the Raider 41-yard line. That's tough.
Yeah, that was not, and typically that's not typical of Bolaños. He's actually been a pretty good punter. He just he got under that one and didn't extend on it.
Yeah, he was hash mark far side of the field, closest to the Cleveland sideline. And when he got the ball rolled to his right and punted it, like they do so many times these days on the run, but that one, it didn't have far to go before it was out of bounds. Clinton football with 5:39 to go in the first half. Cleveland on top at 14-13. Terry Evans, Greg Phillips, Jason Hildebrand. We got an official's timeout for something. The Clinton coach had a question, but I don't know what the discussion was. Everybody came off seemingly okay. So it's going to be Clinton ball, Cleveland 41, hash mark, Cleveland side of the field.
I think he was asking a question about like pulling the pants and the shirt down.
Long pass caught at the 10-yard line, tackled immediately. Bringing him down was Jayon Smith, but the pass is going to be caught. And under receiving end, Donovan Pinsek, a senior, Pinsek's first reception of the game. And they are in business at the Cleveland 10-yard line. So, first and goal to go.
I think we got caught watching number 7 down here. He went short. Attention went to him. No attention there, and it was just a good thrown pass, good catch.
So Benjamin comes off from talking to the coach on the sideline, has the Dragons in a huddle, and Bradley Concrete, Lamcon Ready Mix play clock showing 15 seconds before they would be hit with a delay. They have one delay tonight, and play clock to 5. Looking end zone, he had a receiver cutting across the middle. The man he was throwing to deep left side of the end zone had great coverage over there, so the pass is incomplete. I thought he had the man cutting across the middle open for a second, more so than the guy that he went to down the sideline.
Yeah, I don't think he saw him coming across. I think he was. I think he had one man on his mind right there, and he wasn't looking for anybody else coming across there. But I agree, Terry. He was wide open coming across.
So it's going to be from the 10, second down, goal to go, give, and to the 7-yard line goes Elijah Davidson. Third down coming up, 4-down territory. Don't know if they'd want to do a field goal attempt, but assuming here that they're going to try for the 6 instead of a field goal if they have a 4th down coming up. Third down at the Cleveland 7.
Coach Randy Evans down there on the down marker.
Ball with 4:25 clock, 4:25 in the first half. Davidson, fake to Davidson. Keeping it is Benjamin, the quarterback, and Emilio Green, and also there for Cleveland on the tackle, David Denatolis. So that one worked to perfection by the Cleveland defense, and now 4th down and a timeout. We will take it with them. 4:06 on the first quarter clock, on the first half clock, 14-13 Cleveland. And we'll be back after this timeout in just 30 seconds.
Wright Brothers Construction Company Incorporated has over half a century of experience completing some of the most challenging projects across the Southeast, from moving millions of cubic yards of excavation in Alabama to spanning rivers in Virginia. Find out more at WBCCI.com. WBCCI.com. Wright Brothers Construction Company congratulates the student athletes and families.
Okay, a meeting of the minds on the sidelines and a meeting of the minds here in the press box. Greg, you and Jason have come up with a decision. What is it?
Jason, you're the offensive guy.
I'm telling you, I think at this point, I think you're going to kick a field goal. That's just me. It's 8 yards out, but you got to keep in mind they blocked the extra point.
Yeah. I think this early in the game, they don't believe they can stop Cleveland either. I think you're going to see them going for it more often than not. I don't think you're going to see a lot of kickers in this game.
And so 4th down near the Cleveland 7. Benjamin sends a man in motion to his left. He looks right, pass, and being pushed out of bounds is Cleveland, as Cleveland's defender that time, Reggie Hubbard III, took Maddox out of the ball game.
I mean, he literally wasn't even looking at the ball or anything else. He just literally was just pushing him out of bounds, and not even trying to defend him.
It was obvious.
That it was.
And it was effective. Maddox never had a chance on it.
No, Maddox didn't have a chance of catching the ball there.
He was not going to give up a touchdown catch to Maddox, so pushed him out of bounds. Even the people who weren't watching saw it. First down for the Dragons. First.
No, that is an automatic first down.
Here's a give, and is it a score? Is he in? No, not yet. Close. They're going to say he didn't get it, so the ball will go over. My mistake wasn't first down.
Yeah, they don't. It's so weird in high school football. They don't call that a first down. It's the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to automatic first down, so now it looks like we're going to get the ball at the half-yard line or so.
Yeah, the coach is down there complaining. The coach thought it was a first down as well. He has
a flag.
That's a young coach right there, not realizing what the rule is there. But in high school football, that is not I don't think that's supposed to be a first down.
So now the official who threw the flag on the coach is coming over to discuss it with him. And all the team gathered around. So it was definitely interference against Cleveland, but they ran the ball and looked like it was snapped about the 4-yard line, guys. It wasn't at the 1.
Yeah, they thought it was first and goal. So Clinton thought it was first and goal instead of 4th and goal.
It was just a half a distance penalty there, but with not the automatic first down.
Yeah, but if that's a first and goal, that's a great play. If it's a fourth and goal, it's probably not the play you want to run. And again, that's a young coach not thinking about the rules and all that. And then he got a 15-yard penalty on top of that as well, and got Cleveland out from under the shadow of their goalposts.
Big turning point in this game here in the first half.
Yeah, that's a huge play right there. Cleveland keeps the lead and has the football.
So 3:55 to go on the clock for the first half. Cleveland by a point at 14-13 after a good stop there on the run. He was close to the goal line. Probably at the 1 is where Cleveland stopped him.
Yeah, because it was a 15-yard penalty. He was like at the half-yard line because that 15-yard penalty put it at like the 15 and a half. So, yeah, he was almost there. Again, they thought it was going to be second and goal instead of Cleveland's football.
I think it's a real big possession, guys, for the Blue Raiders. Look at, big stand right there to keep the Dragons out of the end zone. And then you also got to sit and think about it. I guess in my warped mind, I always worry about who gets the ball coming out in the second half, and we get the ball second half. So you could get some points here and then take advantage of that as well. So
quick snap is going to be Braden Carroll running with the ball right side, and play strung out nicely. Maddox coming up to make the stop.
Got about a yard on that. That's all he got.
Ran about 25, and the gain was a yard as Braden scattered that one out wide.
You can tell that Clinton is ready for that play because they're coming up to the line of scrimmage. Cleveland is going to have to be effective with that play. Carroll is going to have to be able to throw the ball at least give the indication of that so that they don't just crowd the line of scrimmage.
And it's going to be Bandy handed off to Davis. He hadn't touched it in a while, but he's touching it here. First down, Moore going through blocks across the 30, 35, and Isaiah Davis will hit the 40 before he's out of real estate. So the clock stops at 3:06 to go in the first half. It is a 14-13 Cleveland lead, and we have the lights going out and the lights flashing, and a injured Dragon getting up slowly coming off the field, being attended to. Now he goes down again. So trainers over there, and we're going to have a delay here while they attend to him. We'll try to catch up on breaks, and we'll take a 60-second one right here, the score. With 3:06 to go in the first half, Cleveland up 14-13, and we're back in 60.
Love supporting local? Then you'll love shopping with Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cleveland, your hometown dealer. We're happy to be part of this community and proud to serve you with the better way to buy and service.
We strive to have something for everyone in our inventory. Come find your perfect rod today,
and we'll deliver yours to your door. Visit your hometown dealer today. Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cleveland, the better way to buy and service.
At Zaxby's, we don't just make chicken fingers. We make the most premium tenderloin, 12-hour marinated, hand-breaded, fried to golden perfection. Deserves not one, not two, not even three, but your choice of 12 dipping sauces chicken fingers. Chicken fingers that you can dip, dunk, or drizzle in ranch, and Zax sauce, and spicy Zax sauce, and honey mustard, and tongue torch, and barbecue. And I'm out of time. Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
The timeout, the player off the field now for the Dragons, as it's 3:06 to go in the half, 14-13. Good fight here at Cleveland High School. Raiders have the ball at their own 39-yard line.
Davis, 10 carries for 76 yards, along with 68 yards receiving.
And it's going to be a different ball carrier. He's going to get smothered and thrown back, and that was Lorenzo Tyson, a senior. Lorenzo got some carries last year, and he's I guess you call it second string running back this year. Also plays defensive end, starter on defensive end. It's going to be Tyson again, breaking some tackles. Nice run. First down, cross midfield.
He runs hard.
Lorenzo Tyson running like a bull, making some Dragons get up very slowly. Nice run. First down at the Clinton 48-yard line. Stevens at quarterback. Looks.
Yeah,
Has a long time to look. Now going to run. Got a block. 40. And tripped up inside the 40-yard line. Nice run, Chase Stevens. He had time to throw, Greg, and couldn't find anybody.
Well, he had Boyd wide open on the curl route right there. That both defensive backs went with Carroll on the fly there, or I guess it was Collins, and but he didn't see him in time.
Bandy will come in, ball inside the 40, thanks to Stevens' run. They wanted to do a screen, but it's going to be kept by Bandy, and he's going to be upended. Apparently, he couldn't find his receiver there in the middle. So Bandy keeps it. Now Davis comes in, Bandy goes out, and Lorenzo Tyson will be back, also going out.
It's hard not to, if I'm a coach, it's hard for me not to put the ball in Isaiah Davis's hands almost every play.
He'll line up beside Chase Stevens, who's back in. Tight end, left side. Dugan with a good snap. Pass incomplete. Being hit when he threw the ball was Chase Stevens. Pass falls incomplete. So clock stopped with 1:56 here in the first half. 3rd and 10, Cleveland, clinging to a 1-point lead. 14-13 thanks to a block by Gabe Moore on a point after attempt.
And a nice 2-point conversion by Sawyer Boyd.
Absolutely. Pass is going to be Braden Carroll. Got a block on the outside. Cuts it to the 30, to the 25, and tackle there. So move the chains again. A Cleveland Ford first down for Braden Carroll.
His first step is lethal.
Trips wide side of the field. That will be the visitor side. Pass over to Sawyer Boyd, and he will go to the 10-yard line. TD saving tackle that time by Will Keys Young. So ball at the 10, 1st and goal to go. Cleveland offense clicking on this series.
Yeah, they're playing well.
Hubbard going out of the game. Bandy fakes the handoff, rolls, looks, rolls, fires, incomplete, back of the end zone, intended for Braden Carroll, but they had him covered quite well over there. So Bandy had no choice but to throw it away. Need a 6 out of this series, guys. A pretty good offensive series. 2nd down at the 10.
Yeah, they've moved the ball well on this one.
Fake to Davis. Give to Davis, and he'll go to the 5-yard line. Well, Greg, I think I know what you're going to call here on 3rd down from the 5.
What am I going to call?
You're going to call number 1.
I'm going to give it to number 1, and I'm going to run right up Charette and Charette and is it Smith on that other side over there? 57? I'm going to run it right up Charette and Smith's rear end if I'm the offensive coordinator.
And fans, don't take it literal. It's just a football expression. Pass over the middle, touchdowns!
My second option would be a fake of doing that and throw it to Sam Sarton in the back of the end zone.
Well, he faked everybody off with his comment about where he was going to run the ball.
Yeah, that was a really nice play.
It was. Sarton's second chance for it. Well, 2 times he's been targeted there. That could have been a touchdown. The first one was overthrown, but this time Bandy hits him right over the middle, untouched. Sam Sarton touchdown, and Cleveland is up 20-13, Jason.
Excellent drive by Cleveland. Getting the ball right there. It all started with the defensive stop down here on the half-yard line. Got good field position via penalty on Clinton, unsportsmanlike, I guess, on the coach, on the head coach there. And then Cleveland, it looked like they would be in bad situations. They got into a couple of 3rd and longs, but they converted those 3rd downs and just it really, my opinion, was crucial. And I hit it on earlier. We get the ball coming out of halftime. It was really important to get a little bit of distance between just 14-13 lead over Clinton to hopefully make this 21 with Bolaños going to kick, make it a 21-13 lead.
Green the holder. Bolaños kick at point after is good, and Cleveland leads this one 21-13. Clock shows 3:51 to go in the first half. We'll be back in 60. Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
What was it about the good old days that makes us smile? It probably wasn't walking across the yard on a cold day headed for the outhouse, or that nosy neighbor listening to your phone call on the party line. No, what we liked about the good old days was old-fashioned friendly service from nice people. I'm Dan Cord for Springdale Heating and Air. I'll always send you technicians that are highly skilled and old-fashioned friendly. Good people with good manners, and it doesn't happen by accident. For every person that is invited to join our team, there are 20 or more that aren't. Whether your AC or heat pump needs service, or if it's time to replace it, I hope you'll give us a try.
Springdale Heating and Air. Old-fashioned friendly. And always more than your money's worth. 479-6363.
And let's back up and take the point off the scoreboard. Cleveland called for a penalty, Jason.
Yeah, it looks to be possibly a holding, the 10-yard penalty, so it wasn't anything unsportsmanlike. So it's the only thing I can think of.
So a 30-yard point after attempt, no sweat for Sloan Bolaños. It could have been good from 40.
Yeah, that was a nice extra point right there.
It really was. It looked like you're just showing off that, hey, guess what? You take the 3-yarder or your 13-yarder away.
Put me back a little further.
Yeah,
let's see what my range is.
So we will now go to the official break at 21-13 Cleveland, 3:51 on the clock in the half, and we'll be back.
Cleveland Tire Center, the name says it all. Score big with savings now at Cleveland Tire on Bridgestone, Firestone, Goodyear, and Michelin. See Cleveland Tire for all your automotive and maintenance needs. Cleveland Tire Center has earned the trust and the business of Cleveland and Bradley County with great service, competitive prices, and extraordinary products. Cleveland Tire Center, 4699 North Lee Highway, Cleveland.
Each morning I arrive, still sleeps, slicing fresh cuts of certified Angus beef.
Yeah, that's my food, City Butcher. I need your advice.
How about a gourmet burger with a little spice?
Fitting a cookout, and it has to sizzle.
Try ribeyes with balsamic glaze, but just a drizzle.
Nobody does food
like Food City.
Line drive kickoff by Bolaños goes out of bounds near the 20. Flag on the play for the ball going out on the kickoff, and so it's going to be Clinton football.
Did I see a flag on the field?
You did. You did, Greg. Your eyesight is tremendous.
Impeccable, some might say.
Yeah.
Not peccable, but impeccable.
Well, Jason, you want to vote? You want to vote on that subject?
It's impeccable. It's inevitable.
That's another good word.
Inevitable. If there is a ball in play, there will be a penalty. There'll be laundry on the field somewhere.
That was good.
Clinton ball at the 35. Although, guys, you have to admit they got that call right. I mean, you can't argue with it going out of bounds.
That's the problem. There's very few of these calls that have happened that you can't argue with.
But the thing about it, we say it's inevitable, but heck, Clinton's doing a better job of not falling into the trap of ending up with penalties called on them. So they're much better disciplined team from Clinton than what we saw last year when we.
100%. Clinton got 3 penalties for 25 yards, and 15 of those I'm not sure you can count because it was the coach just kind of losing his mind over not realizing the fourth down. So they've done a nice job of not getting penalized.
And guys, after what they went through in the spring, head coach no longer there, Other coaches not there. Administrators no longer there because of the problem they had back in the spring where, let's say, grades were being moved up a little bit. Yeah,
generosity.
So a huge problem.
Impeccable generosity.
Yeah, and so therefore this new coach, to me, he's done very well. You guys are right that this is a much more organized team, and you don't have some wild things going on the field.
And the thing I would say, Terry, is it is a much less talented team than last year, but a team that's playing much harder and better than last year's team. Last year's team had some crazy talent on it. They just didn't play.
Low snap. Benjamin picks it up, fires, and probably good that he threw it behind the intended receiver, Emilio Green, over there on D for Cleveland. And that one, if it was a little bit closer to the receiver, might have been picked. And we've got Maddox going to have to come out of the... No, he's going to stay in the game. I thought he was ill. And
That's what I thought. I mean, like he was hunched over like he was throwing up.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And Maddox is going to stay in the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure he is
and now, now the yellow might not be a flag on the field.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's super healthy out there right now.
2nd and 10 coming up. Good snap. Give. Nobody at home for Cleveland up the middle. 40, 45. They submarine the ball carrier, Elijah Davidson, and submarine him at midfield. It's a first down. Move the chains.
Gabe Moore was just in an all-out rush right there and wasn't paying attention that they might run the football. He was headed for the quarterback.
And
killed the clock. It was a clock.
I looked down, and suddenly the ball is rolling around. So they're going to burn a play here.
Yeah, he was killing the clock right there to get it stopped after the first down.
Yeah, 2 keys here. You got to watch number 7. Got to keep him in front of you. And Clinton is out of timeouts.
That's
them killing the clock. So with 22.2 seconds left, balls at their own 40, almost 49-yard line. They had to kill it somehow. And it's up to Cleveland's defense to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Yeah, if I'm Cleveland, I'm gonna move the linebacker out here on Maddox, and I'm gonna face guard him off the line of scrimmage and try to get him, and then I'm gonna blanket somebody behind him to try to keep him from getting the ball deep.
He's going to run a pattern over the middle. Pass goes instead to Young, and he's going to be slung out of bounds by Emilio Green at the 45-yard line. Green on the tackle of Wilkes Young. So, clock rolling. I thought he was out of bounds, but he wasn't. And
he stopped his progress before he got out of bounds. I know I hate it from Clinton right there, but that was a pretty good call because he stopped his progress before he got out of bounds.
They can't get another playoff, and so the halftime score will be 21-13, Cleveland on top. Blue Raiders 21, Clinton 13 at the halftime break. We'll take 2 minutes, come back with a very entertaining halftime in just a moment. Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by the one and only Wholesale Supply Group.
This is Dr. Brian Beard with the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry. Believe it or not, if you have fear of going to the dentist, you are not alone. Sedation dentistry can completely eliminate this fear. In fact, most people that have sedation dentistry say they would not do it any other way. Call us today at 476-6541 to see if sedation dentistry is your answer to complete dental care.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Paul Feinbaum Show, Greeny, The Drive, and more of your favorite shows. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
Are you looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle? Toyota of Cleveland has you covered with the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in the beautiful city of Cleveland, Tennessee. With an expert sales team, Toyota of Cleveland would love to put you in the vehicle of your dreams. Top-notch service team, expert sales team, and the largest pre-owned selection. Why look anywhere else but Toyota of Cleveland? Exit 20 and online at toyotaofcleveland.com. Toyota of Cleveland cares.
Are you tired of high cooling and heating bills every year? It's time for a change. Call the experts at Independent Insulation Services at 423-716-3762. Our advanced spray foam insulation can save you money and keep your home comfortable year-round. Don't wait. Get your free quote today. Independent Insulation Services, your spray foam experts.
Tired of living with pain? Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery offers cutting-edge tools and advanced technologies to get you back to the life you love faster. With us, you can recover at home after surgery in hours, not days. Our highly experienced team of physicians deliver the exceptional and personalized care you deserve. Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery. We're the center for pain today, gone tomorrow. Learn more at sportmed.com.
You're listening to Cleveland High School Blue Raider football on Mix 104.1. Supplied by Wholesale Supply Group. It's now time for the halftime report. Sponsored by Southland Finance.
Halftime score here at Raider Field, Benny Monroe Stadium on senior night. Cleveland 21-13 at the half. We'll have the halftime stats from Greg in a couple of moments. Talk about everything football-wise. Jason Hildebrand, your thoughts on the first half?
First half, guys, Cleveland shot themselves in the foot so many times. We talked about the penalties and how that's accumulated on Cleveland. Just really couldn't get themselves going for a while on a few drives and just really hurt themselves. Clinton, much improved and much more disciplined than what we saw last year. Like I said, we went to the first game up there. Cleveland, opened the season last year against the Dragons in Clinton. But you look at them, totally different ball club. And you touched on it, Terry, some of the adversity they have had to overcome with coaching changes, administration changes, personnel changes. But, hey, hats off to them. They're playing tough. I mean, they're taking advantage of some opportunities that the Blue Raiders are giving them.
Absolutely. No doubt about it. Southland Finance halftime show. Southland Finance located at Peerless Road and 25th Street in front of Ace Hardware. Southlandfinance.net. And Southland Finance has been our halftime sponsor for football and basketball for a number of years. And we appreciate them very much. And formerly on Key Street, last year they moved over to Peerless at 25th. Great location. So go by and see the good people at Southland Finance, or look it up on southlandfinance.net. Jason Hildebrand, I agree with you 100% as far as the Clinton team this year compared to last year. And the discipline they've shown. And so, they're giving Cleveland a good ball game right now.
Yep, they sure are. They sure are, Terry.
And let's go to the Elders Ace Hardware scoreboard. Elders Ace Hardware on 25th Street. In fact, they're just behind our halftime sponsor here on Mix 104.1. And that's being Southland Finance. So, Jason, if you've got some updated scores.
I do, Terry. Ravenwood's still leading Alcoa by a score of 6-0. Knox Central 14, Fulton 0. Maryville still beating Heritage 14-0. Lenore City 20, South Doral 0. Knox Halls 14, Campbell County 0. Signal Mountain 28-0 over McMinn Central. Loudon is beating Greenback 42-0. Soddy Daisy up on top of Ray County by a score of 14-7. And that's all I've got coming in right now, Terry.
All right. Thank you very much. Interesting in that Ray County score. They play Cleveland later in the year here at Raider Field. And give us that Alcoa score again.
Ravenwood 6-0 over Alcoa.
Interesting. Very interesting. And so big game last night. McMinn County goes down to Bradley. And we want to say, first of all, McMinn came away with the win. But one of the best things to happen around the radio station recently, this past summer, Steve Hartline and bought out ESPN. The ESPN was on a Chattanooga station, and that ownership was changed of the radio station in Chattanooga. And so Steve and Jennifer Hartline now have the rights to ESPN in this area. And so on our Signal 101.3, It's now ESPN Cleveland 101.3. And, Jason, just a whole new programming all the time, and more evolving new programs coming to ESPN 101.3. So, to me, I love the fact that one of our sister stations now is an ESPN station.
Well, I think it's really exciting times, for everybody involved there. Me, myself, you, Greg, everybody around. I heard Paul Feinbaum on there today when I tuned in. We've got the Finish Line Radio Racing Show on Wednesday. Myself, Jamie Kyle, and Scott Webb. They've got the Drive every day with Josh Rogers. So there's some good things, some exciting things happening there.
Yeah. Rogers and also Andy is on there. Andy Morris. And of course, Andy's busy tonight. He and Jacob on 99.1 doing the Walker Valley game. Walker Valley's Mustangs are down at Notre Dame tonight to open their season, and what a season they had last year. So, Andy there helping Rogers with the Drive 5 to 6 weekdays. And let's talk about the racing program. Now, you and the other two have been doing this quite a few years now.
Yeah, we have, Terry. We're I guess we've been doing this 9-10 years or so, and it's been a good time. We cover the weekend the previous weekend action. We talk about the news that's happening. We preview the upcoming races, and right now, we've got 2 races until the actual playoffs in NASCAR start. In the Cup Series, and they'll race at Daytona this Saturday evening or tomorrow night. Then the next week at Darlington. So on Labor Day weekend. So then you jump into the playoffs. So you get into the 16 teams, and it's elimination there after the 3 rounds. So it's good stuff.
And Jamie Kyle, the one and only, Mr. Scott. Mr. Scott Webb.
Yeah, Scott Webb, the executive producer making it happen.
And it's 6 to 7 on Wednesdays.
On Wednesday nights.
Yes, on 101.3, the number for the station, 101.3, and it's ESPN Cleveland. Now, I've got to ask you an honest question here. Yeah. You've worked with Jamie Kyle, Scott Webb for a number of years. Mm-hmm. Give us some lowdown on those two that we don't know.
I can't. Jamie, the only lowdown here that we pick at him all the time is he comes in and he's wearing his hat backwards every day. Scott gives him grief and says, "How old are you, man? You're not 15, 16 years old. Come on, turn it around. Look respectable, man." And
we got to give Jamie a lot of credit. His 2 sons work at our stations and do a great job on the board. And so, if he's done one thing right, he's got 2 great sons, and Greg points out the wife. So anyway, Jamie's doing a few things right because those 2 guys are really good guys.
Yeah, they are. And while we're at it, Terry, we run through the scores and we talked about the Bradley game last night. I just want to give a, shout out to Bradley's quarterback. I understand he had a pretty significant injury last night. Just wishing him a good speedy recovery on that.
Absolutely, Jason. You don't want anybody hurt.
Right.
He steps into the quarterback role, and I believe it was in the first quarter.
I want to say Joe said it was 4 plays in.
Yeah, and the first time he ran the ball, and unfortunately got an injury. So hopefully, things will turn out good for him. And let's take a 2-minute break. Greg will have Greg may not have the stats yet. Greg is making up for time on the road today right now. So I tell you what, Keeley, at the station, we're going to do a 3-minute break, let Greg get caught up on things, and then we'll be back. Greg will have the halftime stats, and we've got some more entertaining news to bring you after this 3-minute break. This is Sports on Mix 104.1. You're listening to the Southland Finance Halftime Show. Halftime score, Cleveland 21, Clinton 13. We're back in 3 minutes.
Each morning I still sleeps, slicing fresh cuts of certified Angus beef.
Yeah, that's my food, city butcher. I need your advice.
How about a gourmet burger with a little spice?
Thing the cookout, and it has to sizzle
Try ribeyes with balsamic glaze, but just a drizzle.
Nobody does food
like Food City.
Captain, the ship's under attack. Asteroid storm coming from all directions. We need the best team to repair this exterior damage now.
Langley Roofing? Seriously?
Get Langley Roofing on the phone right now, Captain's orders.
Every season has its own way of attacking your roof from every angle. The quality and warranty of Langley Roofing performs so well at the best price. So when you love your roof, let Langley quote any repair or replacement. When you see a fit roof, chances are it's a Langley. Visit our family at langleyroofs.com.
Our legal system is complex, and your case may impact several areas of the law. Don't just hire a lawyer who focuses on one thing. Hire a team of experienced attorneys ready to handle your case wherever it may lead. Call Logan Thompson, one of the area's most respected law firms. From personal injury to criminal and family law, from contract disputes to disability, the team at Logan Thompson will work together to ensure you are well represented and well compensated. Logan Thompson, we fight to win.
Ready to take your career to the next level? At Tennessee Wesleyan University in Athens, our degree completion programs are designed with your busy life in mind. Whether you're balancing work, family, or both, our online classes make it possible to finish your degree on your terms. Degrees are offered in business, criminal justice, and nursing. Join a Tennessee Wesleyan family that's dedicated to your success with personalized support to help you every step of the way. Visit tnwesleyan.edu to learn more.
At Southland Finance, they are neighbors helping neighbors. Personal, installment, and consolidation loans up to $20,000. If you need extra cash, call Dusty and the team at Southland Finance. They offer a convenient drive-through and an after-hours drop box for payments. Southland Finance is located at 950 25th Street, right in front of Ace Hardware. Call them at 423-458-3007 or visit them online at southlandfinance.net. All loans subject to credit approval.
Imagine a truck that doesn't just own the road, it dominates it. It's not just about the destination, it's about the journey. And our new GMC Sierra is elevating every moment of that journey for me. It's not just a truck, it's a lifestyle. Don Ledford didn't just sell me a truck. They saw the lifestyle I wanted and they found me that truck.
Hey, it's Josh with exciting news from Wholesale Supply. I want to introduce you to Piper's Picks, now available in our Chattanooga, Cleveland, and Dalton markets. Thanks to our partnership with Piper Strummett and our friends at Progress Lighting, Piper's Picks brings you the latest trends and styles in decorative lighting. Browse our curated selection in our showrooms and make lighting your project easier than ever. Visit Wholesale Supply today and discover Piper's Picks, where style meets innovation. To find out more information in a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more.
Time score here on Mix 104.1, Cleveland 21, Clinton 13 at the half. You're listening to the Southland Finance halftime show. Terry Evans along with Greg Phillips, Jason Hildebrand. Before we get to the stats, we want to talk about some very important subjects. First, many around the Cleveland area know Dwayne Williams at the station. And we just want to dedicate this game to Dwayne. Dwayne, if you're listening, buddy, miss you and hope to see you soon. Hope things are going well for you. And so just want to say appreciate Dwayne Williams. He's been a longtime friend. And Dwayne, take care of yourself. And so you're still one of the best people we ever knew. Another thing we want to talk about, we want to thank all the motorists on I-75 from Ohio to Tennessee today.
71 as well. I was on 71 for a long time.
And Interstate 71. For those that don't know, when you see the word dedication, you can look it up. You type in dedication, you'll see the picture of Greg Phillips and Jason Hildebrand. Today's Greg's day of dedication. The young man on a business trip to Ohio this week woke up this morning in Akron, Ohio, expecting to fly out at 7 a.m., had a stop along the way, and then to be in Chattanooga this afternoon. And unfortunately, for the airline. Unfortunately for Greg, that flight was delayed until this afternoon. Well, that wasn't going to work. Greg had a big decision to make. Stay in Akron for another night or drive 8 hours from Akron to Cleveland. Greg chose to be a dedicated person to this broadcast, and he spent 8 hours on the road after being gone all week. And Greg Phillips, thank you for your effort. I know you got to be a tired young man right now after the ordeal you've been through today. But, folks, that's the type of person, and I'm speaking from the heart here. Most of the time, I'm BSing everybody 99% of the time. This is coming from the heart. Greg, thank you for being here. You're more than dedicated to making things work on these broadcasts, and I appreciate the long hours you put in today on the road.
Thanks, Terry. Yeah, I started about 5:30 this morning. The fun part of it, though, is I was on the interstate in Ohio down through Kentucky and Tennessee in a white Bronco. I was just waiting on the police to, like this caravan behind me. It never happened. I was hoping it would, but I was in a white Bronco all day today and never had a police caravan behind me or anything else. So that part was a little disappointing, but it's good to be home.
If you had driven at the speeds of the famous white Bronco, you'd still be in Kentucky.
Yeah, I was not driving at the speeds that OJ was driving. I was driving a little faster than that because I was ultimately about 9 hours getting home after stops and stuff like that. About 9 hours getting home, but that's good. I mean, it's good to be home, and it's good to be here tonight, and good to kick off football. And what a phenomenal night for football.
So, Greg, if you're ready, we'll do the halftime stats.
Okay, so we'll start with the scoring. So started out, Chase Stevens to Isaiah Davis, 65-yard pass. Cleveland leads 6-0. Extra point was no good. They went for 2. Soon after that, in the first quarter, Benjamin to Maddox for a 72-yard pass. Extra point was good by Ortiz. Clinton leads 7-6. Cleveland, before the first quarter ends, Bandy to Jayon Smith for a 41-yard pass, and Sawyer Boyd with the 2-point conversion to make it 14-7 at the end of the first. In the second quarter, Benjamin to Maddox again for a 27-yard pass, extra point no good. And then Chase Stevens to Sam Sarton for a 7-yard pass with about 1:15 left in the half. Bolaños, about a 30-yard extra point was good for the halftime score of 21-13. Is that right?
21-13, yes.
Yeah, that's right. 3 touchdowns. I've got an extra one here that I've got to get rid of. So I'm not sure what's going on there. So I'll have to fix that. I was looking at it as wrong. So for Clinton, Jalen Benjamin only has 5 completions. He's 5 of 13, but he's got 144 yards. So has a nice completion percentage, and he's got he has. Does he have 2? He has 2 touchdowns. I should have looked at all this stuff beforehand, shouldn't I? Before we went to this. So yeah, he's got 2 touchdowns. Rushing wise, it is 10 for 39 for Elijah Davidson. Benjamin is 3 for 7, and Riker Arms is 5 for 13 on rushing the football. And receiving, Wilkes Young is 1 reception for 7. Caden Hodges, 1 reception for 7. Donovan Pensick, 1 reception for 31. And Bryson Maddox, 2 receptions for 99 yards and 2 touchdowns. So total offense for Clinton, 203. And they had 3 penalties for 25 yards. For Cleveland had 3 passing touchdowns. And so Bandy was 2 of 5 for 50 yards and a touchdown. And Chase Stevens, 6 of 10 for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. So total 8 of 15, 151 yards. 22 carries, 144 yards for Cleveland in total. Isaiah Davis, 11 for 82. Bandy, 3 for 21. Braden Carroll, 4 for 18. 2 2 for 12 for Lorenzo Tyson, and 1 for 1 for Hubbard. Catches, Braden Carroll is 2 for 22. Jayon Smith, 1 for 41 and a touchdown. Sam Sarton, 1 for 7 and a touchdown. And Isaiah Davis, 2 for 65 with a 65-yard touchdown. So Cleveland, 295 yards, and Cleveland had 12 penalties for 135 yards in the first half. So lots of penalties for Cleveland. They had half as many penalties as they had yards in the first half.
So, Greg, that kind of sums up the first half, except for that third touchdown drive.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly right. I mean, it was an interesting first half, and just Cleveland needs to clean some things up, and they will be fine.
And so we'll take our final break of the Southland Finance halftime show, and we'll be back in 60 seconds with the third quarter kickoff. This is the Southland Finance halftime show. 21-13 Cleveland at the half.
At Southland Finance, they are neighbors helping neighbors. Personal, installment, and consolidation loans up to $20,000. If you need extra cash, call Dusty and the team at Southland Finance. They offer a convenient drive-through and an after-hours drop box for payments. Southland Finance is located at 950 25th Street, right in front of Ace Hardware. Call them at 423-458-3007 or visit them online at southlandfinance.net. All loans subject to credit approval.
Love supporting local? Then you'll love shopping with Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cleveland, your hometown dealer. We're happy to be part of this community and proud to serve you with the better way to buy and service.
We strive to have something for everyone in our inventory. Come find your perfect ride today,
and we'll deliver yours to your door. Visit your hometown dealer today. Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Cleveland, the better way to buy and service.
We go to the third quarter here on Mix 104.1. Thanks to Keeley back at the station, making things go well for us. And Ryan doing extra duty tonight, helping us get out of some problem situations. Ryan Felton coming over and helping us out pregame. And so everybody at Mix 104.1 and our sister stations, 101.3 ESPN Cleveland and also 99.1 Fiesta. We appreciate everybody associated either full-time or part-time with our, and MixTV.tv associated with the three stations plus the TV station.
It's finally gotten dark enough that you can actually see the lights moving and stuff. That's a pretty cool feature that they've added to the stadium this year.
So new LED lights, making things bright right now. And Greg, now that we are at the third quarter, those uniforms are showing up very nicely.
Oh yeah,
these new lights.
Yeah. These are really nice uniforms at Cleveland. The Cleveland's home uniforms with that real heavy, like metallic blue, are sweet.
And a short kick hitting at the 32, taking a hop. Luckily, Cleveland gets it and gets nowhere. They have unusual kickoffs. That one, you've seen high, short kickoffs before over the first line of offensive players. Their kickoff sometimes takes a little while in the air. I'm
not sure it's intentional. I'm not sure it's intentional. Maybe it is.
They do a good job of it.
It's been effective. Cleveland hasn't gotten a good return yet.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Cleveland ball at they'll say the 30-yard line.
Looks like Bandy will be at quarterback to start it, and that's not Davis at running back.
And ball on the floor, and Cleveland does recover. The ball carrier was going to be Gage Parker, a junior, his first carry, and not a good exchange between he and the quarterback. So I don't know if Isaiah is getting a break or what. Jason, if you spot Isaiah over there, and if you need the field glasses, we'll pass those down.
I'm keeping an eye out for him. I don't see him right now. I see him walking on the sidelines over there.
And there's a pass complete to Braden Carroll, but a nice tackle. He only gets a couple of yards.
One thing, Davis does have his helmet on, but he did just sit on the bench on the Blue Raiders sideline.
Yeah, that's kind of strange.
Don't know if it could be a minor injury or what, but it's going to be 3rd down and 8. Bandy throws, and pass is going to be caught, breaking a tackle, now being covered at the 42-yard line of Cleveland for a first down. Bandy threw that into traffic, but it was caught and making something out of nothing for a Cleveland first down to the 42 of the Blue Raiders.
That should have been intercepted, Terry.
Yeah, it was too many people around that ball.
Yeah, that play took forever to develop. You can't throw that football.
Bandy deep, left sideline, incomplete, just off the fingertips. Hubbard could not quite catch up to the ball that time. So 2nd and 10 as Cleveland goes for the home run.
Walker Valley up 34-16 with about 5 minutes to go in the third.
All right, that game on our sister station, 99.1 Fiesta. Motion back to the quarterback, and they're going to give to the man coming back to the quarterback, and it's going to be Hubbard, breaks one tackle, cuts it upfield, loses the handle. It's on the floor. Second fumble for Cleveland in this series, and did they recover? Officials not giving an indication yet.
I think they're going to give it to Cleveland.
And close to a first down, and now one official says move the chains.
How about let's put Isaiah Davis back in the game and get some ball security going?
Looks like Davis somebody's working on his ankle.
Oh, okay. So he must be hurt since he's not in the game.
So, and next week Cleveland goes to McMahon, who's coming off a big win over Bradley last night. So, be interesting up in Cherokee Town next Friday night. Game here on Mix 104.1, kickoff 7. If you can't be in Athens, the friendly city, then listen to the game on Mix 104.1. As Bandy is forced out of bounds in front of the Cleveland bench. Gain on the play. Cash picked up about 8 yards there to near the 40-yard line of the Dragons. Score here would be big. Cleveland only up by 8, so first drive of the third quarter. As Jason said, very important first drive. And again, quarterback and receiver seem to be on different pages. Quarterback thought the receiver was going to cut it shorter and threw it very short of the receiver.
Yeah, not a good exchange right there. They seem to be doing that a lot. Notre Dame just scored again, 34-22.
Bandy will hand off, and it's going to be to the 40-yard line, short of the first, fourth down coming up for Cleveland. Right at the Clinton 40-yard line, fourth down, short 3. And they've got the package in there. A.J. Westfield comes in. And it's going to be Braden Carroll to receive the snap. 2 tight ends in front of him.
My.
Oh, he gives. And Cleveland will get the first down with A.J. Westfield. And the man that made the tackle is going to have to come out of the game. But I give the young man credit. He was outweighed by about 100 pounds, and he made a TD-saving tackle. The safety did. Head-on collision with A.J. Westfield with a full head of steam. And the young man did make the tackle. He's out now. Here is Braden Carroll on the direct snap, and he'll go inside the 30 to the 26.
I'm not sure that young man made that tackle, or he just let Westfield trip over him.
Can't visualize it. Think back to Herschel Walker and Bill Bates.
Yeah. Oh. So Westfield's, what do they list him at? About 275?
Yeah. Direct snap to him, and he took off like a rocket.
Dude, they list him at 260, and he's every bit of it, and can run. And he had a wide open hole, and the kid was just standing there going, "Oh my goodness, what is this coming at me?"
Got him.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah, and he just kind of went to the ground, and Westfield tripped over him.
Inside, it's a keeper by Braden Carroll to the 10, to the 5, he's in. Braden Carroll scores from about 25 out.
Yeah.
So Greg has the exact total on it. Was it 25, Greg?
I had it at 26, but it was right in that same area.
So Braden Carroll's first touchdown of the game. And Cleveland ups the score 27-13. And Jason, you were right again about that first team or the one receiving the kickoff from the second half.
Yeah, I mean, Cleveland got the points going into halftime that they needed to get. They also came out and took care of business on the first drive of the second half, to open up as it stands right now, a 14-point.
And here's Bolaños, the point after, perfect. 28-13, Cleveland on top. Or do we have a flag?
Oh. No.
Yes, we do.
No, there's not a flag. They'll do that on the kickoff.
Replay the down.
What?
Does Cleveland?
No, they declined that. And yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they brought the package in.
Oh, going to go for 2. Westfield is in there.
God, he's big.
The Dragons are backing up, saying, you got him, you got him. So Cleveland will go for 2 instead of the one that Bolaños kicked through because encroachment on the Dragons.
On a better note, number 1's in the game. So it's good to see Davis back in there.
Yes,
Sarton's
definitely.
going to take the snap.
And there's Westfield on the snap. He's in from 1.5 yards out.
I'm not sure you can stop him from less than 5 yards.
No. Unless you want to risk your life, as we have a Dragon down in the end zone where the tackle was made. But we'll take a break here. The score, 29-13. Cleveland converts a 2-point conversion after encroachment against Clinton on the previous point after. So 29-13 is your score. And 8:36 to go in the third quarter. And we'll be back in 60.
Is your home too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter? At Central Heat and Air, your local HVAC experts, we've got you covered. Our top-notch technicians provide fast, reliable service to keep your home comfortable year-round. From installation to maintenance, we handle it all. You'll never be left out in the cold or the heat. Call Central Heat and Air today at 423-478-7778. That's 423-478-7778. Or visit us online at docsair.com. That's DOCSAIR.
Smith Family McDonald's salutes all student athletes and their families for the sacrifices they make on the field, but especially in the classroom. Smith Family McDonald's, a Cleveland and Bradley County tradition. Visit Smith Family McDonald's all across our area. Congratulations to Cleveland High School on the next 50 years from Smith Family McDonald's.
We're back here at Cleveland High School, Benny Monroe Stadium. Cleveland just had a 26-yard touchdown by Braden Carroll, 2-point conversion after a penalty by A.J. Westfield. We've got a Clinton player hurt and walking off the field now. So we are about to get set for action. Cleveland will be kicking it off. It'll be Bolaños to kick it off as both teams are huddling up and they're getting ready to take the field after a short break due to the injury. Here comes Cleveland out. And we're just waiting on Clinton. Here comes Clinton now. So we're about to get set for action. The official blows the whistle as we're ready to go. So with that, we'll turn it back over to the legend himself, Mr. Terry Evans.
Well, Greg, let's don't use the word legend. Usually that means you're no longer on the earth. So
no, you can be a legend on the earth.
Okay. Thanks for the kind words. Here's Cleveland's kickoff. Bolaños. Hash mark near the Cleveland sideline. And we're ready for the whistle. He's ready and approaches the football. Cleveland up as kickoff's going to be deep. Oh, bounced out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Do I see a flag on the field?
Yeah, you see yellow on the field. It was the second time, and that one hurt because it was at the 2. Jason, looked like it's going to be easy into the end zone.
Yeah, and he just took an awkward bounce, on that turf. It's a high kick, and it took just a dead left turn instead of going straight. Unfortunate break for Cleveland on this.
Greg, your thoughts about Clinton here in the third quarter?
Well, they need to come out and be effective moving the football. They need to score, but they need to put a drive together if nothing else. Even if they don't score, they need to put a drive together.
So here we go with Cleveland controlling things right now, 29-13. Cleveland movement along the line, but they didn't cross the line, just changed positions a little bit. Give, and it's going to be Arms cutting back against the grain, giving 5, Greg.
Here's what I'm going to do, Terry. I'm going to one-up you on that. I'm going to give him 6.
Oh.
Here's why. Oh, he got 6. So in the first quarter, he got 4 yards every carry. In the second quarter, he was his 5-yard carry. So this quarter, he's going to be 6 yards every carry. It didn't quite work out like that in the second quarter because he got stopped for minus 5 that one time. But that's what we're going with. So this is 6 yards a carry for Arms in the third quarter. We'll see if that holds true.
2nd and 4, as Greg said, from the 36. Keeper quarterback after a nice fake. Green will miss a tackle in the backfield, and he'll get a first down. The quarterback gets a first down, runs out of bounds at the 44, forced out by Cleveland's Reggie Hubbard III. So move the chains, a Cleveland forward first down.
They're going to call him short,
for
Terry.
Benjamin.
They got a terrible mark there.
Oh, my gosh.
yeah. So they're calling it short. I thought he was well past the 5-yard marker there.
Me and those officials are seeing different games.
It happens. That's normally me that sees different games than the officials.
You're affecting me now, Greg.
I've agreed with them most of the night tonight.
But, I'm getting to be more like you. 3rd and 1.
Less cynical.
And Arms will not make it. Great D by Cleveland. Good penetration. And Arms will actually lose a couple of yards on the play.
So much for his 6 yards of carry.
Well.
And we're going to punt.
So, if memory serves, this will be the first punt of the game for the Dragons.
It will.
4th and 3.
If memory serves me, punting was interesting for them last year.
Blaine Collins, senior punter in. Late player getting on. 2 late players getting on. The Bradley Concrete Lamcon Ready Mix scoreboard, or not scoreboard, but a clock down to 3, 2, 1. They won't get it off.
Well, second
delay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
So I'd say special teams will get some attention next week in Clinton.
I would think so.
So 6:52, third quarter, 29-13 with Blue Raiders on top. A non-region game. Of course, Clinton, a 5A school. In fact, last year, Clinton started the season losing to a Bradley County team. That was Cleveland up there at Clinton. And they ended their season against a Bradley County team down here against Walker Valley in the third round of the playoffs.
That's correct. That should have been your trivia, Terry.
Let's say nobody's listening, we'll give it again.
And now they call a timeout.
In fact, Greg, on the log that was given to me today, trivia is not listed. So I'm afraid that
trivia is no more.
Well, we'll bring it back one way or the other, even if Jason has to pay for it. And with those kind words, a timeout on the field by Clinton. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Have you heard? The Town Squire presents Student of the Month. Come in and register if you attend Bradley, Cleveland, or Walker Valley. Win a t-shirt or performance knit pullover, drawing each month of the school term. The Town Squire's new slogan is offering t-shirts to tuxedos and anything in between. Flag shirts, suits, sport coats, and shoes. The Town Squire, your local clothier since 1977. The shop that appreciates the customer. Stewart Park Plaza, Key Street, Cleveland.
Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics of Chattanooga is excited to announce the opening of their new Cleveland location at 680 Stewart Road. Our new location is combined with pediatric dentistry and orthodontics all under one roof. From routine dental cleanings to braces, we've got you covered. We can't wait to see you at our beautiful new office. Give us a call to get scheduled at 423-541-5500 or visit www.pdoc.com. Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics of Chattanooga, where success starts with a smile.
As Clinton tries to do fake punt?
Yeah, that was a fake punt.
Yeah, but I mean,
luckily for them, the whistle hadn't blown to start the game yet because he was going to lose about another 5 yards.
Suddenly, everybody's moving except for half the team for Clinton. What's going on? And the clock, yes. So, I don't know.
They should try the same play again.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. Oh, my. This has been an entertaining first game, guys, you have to admit. I mean, we've seen some good football, and we've seen some unusual football.
You can say bad. Some bad football, Terry. You can say that.
I'm going to stay unusual. So...
Now, it would be
the
gutsy.
Officials are still discussing this situation.
What are they discussing?
Well, can we reverse?
They took the flag off.
Okay.
I don't know what there was a flag. They just started early. Now, the gutsy call here would be to fake punt again.
Yeah.
That would be gutsy.
Well, you know,
I think I'd do it because they don't think they're going to do it now. I think I'd do it. Go for it.
Cleveland, 10 men on the line. It goes to the punter this time, and he gets a beautiful punt away.
Wow, that's a nice punt.
Beautiful. And rolling on this turf. 30, 20, 10, and dies at the 8-yard line. What a punt that time. Fantastic punt with the roll from Blaine Collins, a senior. That's more effective than the fake punt, Greg.
That was a 51-yard punt by the young man. And Andy got run into. Or I don't know if it'll be the 5-yard variety or the 15-yard variety.
Things keep getting more interesting here on the Raider field by the play.
So if it's the 5-yard variety, do you decline the penalty and give Cleveland the ball deep, or do you go for it?
I think at this juncture of the game, when late in the third quarter, 2 yards to go to gain, I think you consider going for it.
So they're going to replay the down. The coach is wanting an explanation, and the head man says, back to the sideline, buddy. He's already talked to the sideline official, and and this crew is having an interesting second half, the crew being the men in the striped shirts.
I mean, after I've complimented them in the first half, then we've kind of lost our way here in the second half so far. But it's early in the night, so they're just trying to kill some time to get their money's worth.
He's having a second discussion with the officials.
Yeah, I think they're going to decline. Yeah, that's what I thought they would do: decline the penalty and give Cleveland the ball deep.
So, Greg, you're a good coach from the press box. You know that?
No, I don't know that.
Put a different headset on you.
Yeah, and a lot of bad things probably happened.
Speaking of Greg, we did cover one subject of Greg's day, but folks, I wish we were on TV because Greg had, when he came into the booth, had an authentic Hall of Fame shirt on. The man was in the Hall of Fame today. Greg, tell us about it before Cleveland snaps the ball.
So, yeah, Terry, got to have a pretty cool experience. I was in Canton, Ohio, so was at the NFL Hall of Fame, and Fred Biletnikoff just happened to be there. So got to spend about 15 minutes just hanging out with him, listening to him telling stories. He talked, he was on the field in Super Bowl II with the Immaculate Reception. He was the MVP of Super Bowl 11 with the Raiders. He went through, he had Al Davis as a coach. He had John Madden as a coach. He had Tom Flores as was his quarterback. And so just listening to him tell some of those stories and stuff was a super cool time. One of my favorite times, of a non-family thing. It was pretty cool.
We'll get to more of that in a little bit. Back in there is Davis carries the mail for Cleveland to the 16-yard line. And so, Jason and I already knew that you were destined for the Hall of Fame, Greg. Yeah. And now you've got the shirt to prove it. Davis bounces outside, flag on the play, 30, 40. As he cut back to the middle of the field, Davis tackled, but we have a flag at the 28. And we have cramps for one of the defenders of the Clinton Dragons. All right, Greg, while they're discussing that, Bolitnikov, one of the things I remember about him, I remember him playing and all that and the catches, and he wasn't the biggest guy or the speediest guy. I always had trouble with the name, Yeah. I just called him Fred, Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. He was a phenomenal receiver. He had great hands, and he is a great storyteller. I mean, he would bring you in, engage you. Like I say, just a really cool moment as he was just hanging out. We were just hanging out there, right at basically inside the entrance at the Hall of Fame, and just hanging out with him telling stories. It was super cool and just so engaging, and it was definitely something to remember.
Man, that's a fantastic day right there.
It was pretty cool.
One of the things, like I said about him, he didn't have jet speed, and he wasn't 6'8.5" in his stocking feet. But he just knew how to play the game and how to catch the ball.
Yeah, he probably, gosh, Terry, I'm saying 5'9", 5'10" is probably what he was. Still pretty stocky though. But yeah, he was a great storyteller.
Cleveland is penalized back to the 8-yard line, and as Greg told the story, I missed the call.
It was a hold, but I thought the hold was way down the field, and I thought it would be from where the hold happened, but that's not what they did. They did it from the line of scrimmage for some reason.
Yeah, but
and it was about an 8-yard penalty, looks like.
Pass knocked down as Cleveland trying to throw the football from the end zone. Bandy's pass knocked down, and luckily for Cleveland, falls back into the end zone. Nobody can catch it. But it's very special when you meet somebody like that is well-known, NFL Hall of Fame, and yet down to earth, and
very much so
can be appreciated, and they're not thinking they're walking in the sky. Flag, Cleveland, play stopped. Well, guys, as much as we complimented the first drive of the third quarter, this one's kind of going the other way.
It most definitely is. They're definitely going backwards. So that's 3 penalties, 30 yards already here in the third quarter.
So the clock shows 5:40 in the third quarter. Cleveland up at 29-13. They had the ball for the opening kick of the second half. Marched down the field, no penalties, good execution. Ended with a Braden Carroll rushing touchdown, and this series just hasn't been what you want.
Stevens back into the game. I think Cleveland's their flow has been better with Stevens in the game.
Fake pass, going to be caught, and it's going to be Hubbard. Second time Hubbard's come up with a catch tonight, and he's at the 15-yard line. And this Clinton defense is getting a little tired. You can tell they're getting up slower than they were in the first half. So it's not a first. It's a long ways to go.
but it got them out from under the. They're not going to punt out of the end zone now, which is a big play. It was a nice throw by Stevens on that. They Jason. Do you agree? They just seem to be flowing better when Stevens is in the game.
It really does look like it. Looks like they're a little bit more consistent. And you think about this, the excellent punt that Clinton had, and then Cleveland shooting ourselves in our own foot really set up this, this drive or lack of a good drive for Cleveland.
Rugby style kick from Bolaños from near his 10-yard line. It's going to roll on the green turf. It hit near midfield, and Cleveland downs it at the 25 of Clinton.
59-yard punt for Bolaños right there after the roll.
And what a difference maker that is. Get you out of the hole near your own end zone, and doesn't give the other team a good field position. 25 isn't bad, but it's not like they have it at the 50 or something like that.
Well, basically what it does is it wastes that punt on the last drive that they had, because if he comes up and catches that ball, even if he fair catches it, they're sitting with the ball probably in Cleveland territory, but now yet they're back to the 25, because again, this was Coach Tiger and I talked about this, about catching punts and all that. That's why I say you always, even if you're fair catching it, you always try to catch the punt.
Benjamin gets a low snap, gets the pass away. It's going to be caught. Flag on the play, and the Dragon goes down at the 35, his own 35. So a nice catch and run, and that time, again, catching the ball was Wilkes Young, but it's going to be brought back.
That's a hold on Clinton. I didn't know if it was going to be a hold or a chop block, because he had him low.
So 4:35 in the third quarter. As we said, Southland Finance brought you the halftime show. The stats at the half was by Waste Connections, wasteconnections.com.
Walker Valley scores again, so they're up 41-24. So they've probably got that one out of reach now.
Yeah, and next week Cleveland goes to Athens to take on. I would think they're still celebrating in Athens, guys, because during media day, Bo Cagle got up and said, Bradley is the one we want to beat the most. They are our biggest rival. And so, they're still celebrating in Athens tonight.
100% they are.
Rolling, looking, firing on the run. Nobody home. Threw that ball away, and no flags on the play. I'm not sure where Walker Valley is next Friday night, but 2 weeks from tonight, it's going to be Walker Valley here at Cleveland. I think that could be a great ball game.
I think it will be. I think it'll be a high scoring scoring ball game. Although Walker Valley's defense has played well, they held Farragut to 2 touchdowns in a scrimmage a couple of weeks ago.
So Cleveland's looking for revenge 2 weeks from tonight when Walker Valley comes to town. Walker Valley got them last year up at Walker Valley. So, and Walker Valley went on to the semis last year. So a great year. And we get a stoppage in play here. What's going to be? Oh,
there's a timeout.
Apparently Clinton called a timeout before the snap. So we will take it with them. We'll take a 60-second break and be back with 4:05 on the third quarter clock. Cleveland 29, Clinton 13.
Captain, the ship's under attack. Asteroid storm coming from all directions. We need the best team to repair this exterior damage now.
Langley Roofing? Seriously?
Get Langley Roofing on the phone right now. Captain's orders.
Every season has its own way of attacking your roof from every angle. The quality and warranty of Langley Roofing performs so well at the best price. So when you love your roof, let Langley quote any repair or replacement. When you see a fit roof, chances are it's a Langley. Visit our family at langleyroofs.com.
Our legal system is complex, and your case may impact several areas of the law. Don't just hire a lawyer who focuses on one thing. Hire a team of experienced attorneys ready to handle your case wherever it may lead. Call Logan Thompson, one of the area's most respected law firms. From personal injury to criminal and family law, from contract disputes to disability, the team at Logan Thompson will work together to ensure you are well represented and well compensated. Logan Thompson, We fight to win.
We're back after the break and clock running. It's going to be second down and long, looking and being pressured and sacked. As it's going to be A.J. Westfield and friends sacking the quarterback, Benjamin. Sacks brought to you by Food City. So, Food City at Ocoee Crossing, McGrady Drive, or the new one on Georgetown Road that just opened a few days ago.
Terry, out of curiosity, maybe you can help me out with the rules here. That was off of a timeout. Why was the clock running?
Because
just out of curiosity, but it was.
Well, I tell you why it's running. The same person operating the clock heard you and Jason talking about how long the game is during the timeout.
He's trying to shorten it.
And so he says, hey, I'm going to give them a break. Pass, call it. First catch of the second half by Maddox. He has their 2 touchdown catches, and coming up to drop him will be Hubbard. So clock now stopped as he's out of bounds with 2:52 to go in the third.
That puts him over 100 yards receiving.
So we got a 4th and very long. And their punter did a great job a while ago.
Yeah, it was a nice punt.
So we'll see what Blaine Collins does here. I don't think we'll see a fake punt here. Low snap. He gets it away. Not as good as the first, but not too bad until it took a side roll. Finally rolls forward a little bit. We got a flag.
What in the world? That was, there wasn't even a play, and he just ran up and pushed the guy in the back. Just stuck a forearm in his back.
Oh, yeah. Unnecessary contact.
And that kid is he's an upperclassman. You know, that's not an upper class play.
No. Where is the reasoning there?
That's almost an unsportsmanlike more than a block in the back.
So Greg will count up the number of Blue Raider penalties to this point.
What are they saying?
With a 15-yard blindside block. And that's one of the things that'll keep coaches up at night. You're going to get the ball here in relatively good field position at about a 44-yard line. Now you go 15 yards back, and you look at how many penalties Cleveland has amassed tonight, and it's just mind-boggling how that still continues to happen.
16 for 169.
Greg, take it for just a second.
Okay. So it's going to be there's going to be a 15-yard mark off here. So instead of having it at the 44 of Clinton, they're going to be at their own 36. That feels like that was longer than 15 yards.
Yeah, I might have just been looking where the exact spot of the flag was on the 44. It must have happened down here about.
Yeah, must have.
Yeah,
must have been lower. Yeah, so it's going to be Stevens. We talk about Stevens in the backfield with Davis. Davis hands off left side off tackle. Davis will go for about. Oh, he's still going. They didn't get him down. Davis for about 8 right there on the rush. That puts Davis really close to 100 yards. Let me see where he is.
Yeah, good strong run by Davis on first down right there. It's what you want to see him do. Come out, just stay composed, regain your composure. And like I said, I like Cleveland running the ball here.
Yeah. So that's 99 yards for Isaiah Davis. So their first pass to Trent Collins, and he's wide open down the sideline for a touchdown. That's a 55-yard touchdown from Stevens to Trent Collins on his first pass of the night. And are we calling it back? So we'll see what happens. That was a beautiful pass. He got even with him. Stevens put the ball in the air, and then he ran past him. What's the old saying? When we're even, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did. I bet they're going to call a push off on Collins right there. There was a lot of contact on that play,
and there was a lot of separation.
Yeah. That may have been why he separated so much.
Well, that's unfortunate for Cleveland.
Yeah, so that was a really, really nice pass by by Chase Stevens there, though. So, again, it was a 55-yard touchdown, but it's going to be called back, and it's probably going to be a 15-yard penalty on Cleveland. So that's a 70-yard and 6-point penalty for Cleveland right there.
And had to step away a moment. Greg, thanks for taking it, but apparently I missed a penalty on Cleveland. First one we've missed tonight. So thanks for covering.
First penalty on Cleveland. It was good that I got to cover a penalty.
Yeah, I'm glad. I mean,
so it's going to.
You felt at home, didn't you?
Yeah, it's going to be about a 70-yard penalty on Cleveland because it was a beautiful, beautiful separation. But I think Trent Collins may have pushed off on the separation, but it was a beautiful pass by Chase Stevens for a 55-yard touchdown on Trent Collins' first target of the night. I'm surprised they haven't thrown to him more. He's a super speedy kid with great hands, and he's going to get some carries.
Do you guys think it could have been a case of where the guy ran into Trent's hands? So, instead of Trent pushing, maybe the guy just ran into his hands.
That could have been that. And again, it wasn't a huge amount of contact, but I think what they called on him is he extended that arm is what they got him with.
Well, I'm just chiming in and didn't see the play. I was busy on something else, but I hate it for Trent's sake that they wiped the touchdown out.
And so I think that's going to be, like I say, another 15-yard penalty.
So third quarter still at Cleveland at 1:58 in the third quarter. It's 29-13, Cleveland on top. Blue Raiders scored first possession of the third quarter, and nobody has scored since then. So 29-13 at the present time.
I believe, guys, they called us for a 5-yard ineligible man downfield and a 15-yard unsportsmanlike.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
So changes things up to where Cleveland has the ball at their own 25-yard line. Hash mark, home side of the field. And explanations to the coaches. So we're back in business.
Yes, we are.
Chase Stevens with Davis to his right.
9:35 at night, and we're still in the third quarter.
You're getting your money's worth, Greg.
No, I am not.
Twins.
Do we get paid overtime?
Oh, yes. Good. Twins right side of the field. Stevens fires to the left side. Pass is going to be caught. This one will count. And so they go back to him, and Collins comes up with the reception.
Yeah, it's a nice catch by Trent going down and getting that one.
2nd and 11 with the clock running. Under 2 minutes here in the third. That one official always seems to kind of hold up play a little bit, trying to get in his position.
Terry, he's tired.
Yes. Rolling, looking, pass incomplete, and almost could have been picked if it had more air under it. As had two receivers coming together out there for Cleveland. I think it was intended for Smith, number 3, but didn't quite get there.
One of 4 players could have caught that, and 2 of them were in the white jerseys of Clinton.
Bandy at quarterback. Hard snap count. They don't bite on it. 4-man line.
I think they're going to punt.
And Bandy does a quick kick. Greg must have heard the coaches talking about it. It takes a backward bounce, but will go out of bounds at the 35. So Bandy's first kick of the year, and it's out at the 35 of Clinton. Clock stopped at 1:08 here in the third.
Here's the thing. I mean, Clinton scores right here and gets a 2-point conversion. This is a 1-score game, so Cleveland defense needs to come to play right here.
Yeah, you look at Clinton, though, in the second half, they've been pretty much lifeless, though. Coming out,
yeah.
They had some good stuff going in the first half, but really Cleveland's defense has stepped up here in the second half and really held them to minimal yardage and made good plays behind the line of scrimmage. So I'm interested to see what they do here and see how they get number 7 involved, because it looks like their offense really revolves around him.
Yeah, they seem to be gassed, Jason. I think they've got players going both ways, and they seem to be a little gassed.
And he's one of them. In the first half, we called his name a lot for being in on the tackle. So that's Maddox. Cleveland 4-man front. Quick snap. Throw, incomplete. You had a man cutting over the middle and another one streaking down the sideline, and that was a ground ball to shortstop.
Somebody's got to pick that up and throw the guy out at first.
So, clock stopped, 1:05 in the third. Hardee's Friday Night Blitz with Andy Jenkins and Lovelace coming up when we finish here.
They may be in bed. They may already be in bed, Terry.
If Lovelace is not running track for Lee. Here's a give, nothing there, and stopped and popped by Cleveland's D. And Davidson, the little runner, he got nothing, and other than big people on top of him.
Yeah, I mean, he's running into the heart of that defensive line right there with Westfield and Lorenzo there, and Lorenzo, is it Tyson? Is that right? Lorenzo Tyson?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, and they're just eating that up. And Sam Sarton right there at middle linebacker. Sam's probably about 240, 235, right. 240. So the middle of that line right there is going to be tough to run against.
Sam lines up like he's going to rush through, and they do a rush, pass down the middle, intercepted. Cleveland at the 40. Smith, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, and cuts it back for a score.
Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flags on the field. The interesting thing about these flags, can I talk about the flags here for just a second?
Knock it out.
They're all different colors. You would think these officials would coordinate, but all 4 of these flags are different colors. There's one neon yellow one, and then the one over there I think the official's using because it's like dirty brown.
Yeah.
And I mean they're all different colors.
They are. And
it may be 2 different penalties here because the flags are I think we got 2 different penalties because the flags are separated. It is. So we one penalty on a play wasn't enough. We had to go to 2.
Double your enjoyment. And Greg, let him give the explanation then.
Oh, so they're going to get both of those penalties because it's an unsportsmanlike and a blindside block. So that's not a one or the other. That's a both.
And so they're still discussing, but Greg, the more important factor was the different shades of yellow that the flags are on the field. The brighter colors are the new flags, and the darker colors have been washed many times. So
there's no doubt they've been used a lot. So Cleveland's going to have the football, but it's going to be at the new AOB building after these penalties get walked off. Maybe Baskin Robbins. Brad Benton may be getting this game ball after both of those get marked off.
And I think today is Brad's birthday. I believe he was given credit on Mix this morning by Bridget for having his birthday today. So
I don't know why they want to give him credit.
We've got about a 76-yard change here, going from a touchdown to back at the point. 19. I'm sorry, it's an 81-yard.
Hey.
And speaking of birthdays, Chase Stevens had his 16th birthday this week. So happy birthday to Chase.
He's had a couple of nice touchdowns.
End of the third quarter with all the flags flying. We'll be back in 60 seconds to score at the end of 3. 29-13 Cleveland. This is Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
Ready to take your career to the next level? At Tennessee Wesleyan University in Athens, our degree completion programs are designed with your busy life in mind. Whether you're balancing work, family, or both, our online classes make it possible to finish your degree on your terms. Degrees are offered in business, criminal justice, and nursing. Join a Tennessee Wesleyan family that's dedicated to your success with personalized support to help you every step of the way. Visit tnwesleyan.edu to learn more.
At Southland Finance, they are neighbors helping neighbors. Personal, installment, and consolidation loans up to $20,000. If you need extra cash, call Dusty and the team at Southland Finance. They offer a convenient drive-through and an after-hours drop box for payments. Southland Finance is located at 950 25th Street, right in front of Ace Hardware. Call them at 423-458-3007 or visit them online at southlandfinance.net. All loans subject to credit approval.
Here's the trivia for Terry and Jason. Number of penalties and number of yards after 3 quarters just for Cleveland.
There have been 13 penalties for 142 yards.
I'm going with about 7. No, I'm going with 18 penalties for 190 yards.
20 penalties for 219 yards through 3 quarters.
Ooh.
Wow.
Wonder what their record is. We got to be getting close.
Yeah, that's up there, guys.
Guys, that's 20 penalties, 200. There's teams that don't average 219 yards a game in offense. That is, they've got to clean this up.
We start the fourth quarter. Handoff. Oh, it's going to be a reverse and ball on the floor. Not sure yet who's got it at the 10-yard line. And looks like Cleveland comes up with it, saving the day for the Blue Raiders. Coming up with that loose football for Cleveland is Joster Canales, senior, listed at 5'11", 300. Interviewed him this week for Meet the Raiders pregame program and asked him how much he weighed. He said, on a good day, about 280. So program has 300, but he thinks on good days he's 280. Here's Davis running hard up to the 15-yard line. Thought that was kind of a nice reply there, Greg.
That's pretty funny.
Cleveland goes to Athens next Friday night, 7 o'clock for kickoff. If you can't be in Athens, we'll have it on Mix 104.1.
Who ran that last play?
Davis. Here is Chase Stevens, fires, finds a man open on the sideline, and he's up to the 30-yard line. Flag went flying on the play.
I don't believe it.
So
here's the thing. We've had all of these flags, and these officials do not get in any hurry when there's a flag on the play. I mean, it's like they don't get in any hurry to call it and get moving. They're just kind of just hanging out, and they could speed this game up some themselves.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I was going to talk about earlier when we were on the other side of the field when we were getting another penalty. They're standing around and taking up so much time, not spotting the ball, not walking it off, not talking with each other, and it's just kind of like dead airtime here.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, this is week 1, so things like that happen. But yeah, they have played a part in how slow this game has been.
So after the mark off, back to the 9-yard line.
Takes off a nice pass. It was ineligible downfield. Takes off another nice pass by Stevens.
Stevens looks right, fires deep, and it's incomplete.
I was going to say that's a penalty on Clinton.
There's double coverage there, and the safety couldn't keep his hands on the ball, and there's a flag at midfield like Greg said. So this one may go in the Blue Raiders' favor.
Yeah, if Young doesn't hold him up right there, Hubbard runs past him and very possibly catches that for about a 90-yard touchdown.
10:42 here in the fourth quarter.
These guys think – oh, sorry. Go ahead, Terry.
Cleveland up 29-13.
These guys thought they were in the NFL. They were going down to the spot of the foul.
It's not a spot foul. We got to go here and try to convert this one.
And when we finish, it'll be Hardee's Friday Night Blitz, Andy Jenkins, and possibly Ryan Lovelace. I'm not sure if Ryan is running track or not. So, but our man Andy Jenkins will be there to call it like he saw it. Stevens looking, and is sacked. First sack of the game for Clinton. So a Food City sack by the Dragons of Clinton High School up near Knoxville.
Man, Trent Collins cleared the linebackers on this other side of the field on that drag route. He was on this side of the field by himself. He could have run for days if Stevens just ran out of time. It took him a while to break open, but when he broke open, he was wide open over here on this side of the field.
Bologna's third punt of the game coming up. Cleveland moves the offensive line around. Bolaños again with the rugby-style kick, high and short, and will hit short of the 40, and Cleveland will down it at the 38. Collins, I believe, was the man that caught the bouncing football to stop the play. And
have we had halftime yet?
Yes, we did.
Okay, good. I couldn't remember.
Well, we have another flag against the Blue Raiders. It's declined, and Clinton will have the football at the Cleveland 38.
I'm not sure I wouldn't make Cleveland kick that again, because the way they've struggled kicking it, I'm not sure I wouldn't make them kick that to see if you could get a better field position.
Music now.
Mix 105.
Well, but Greg, if it hits that turf and rolls 30 yards, it's a great kick. So,
but if it's kicked out of bounds into the stands at the 15,
if it's kicked out of bounds, well, that was a short punt there. If Cleveland gives it up at 38, where was that snap? About the 20?
No, it was about the 16.
Okay,
is where it was snapped from.
So maybe a 20-yard punt.
Yeah. Final at Notre Dame, Walker Valley 54, Notre Dame 24. Walker Valley ended the game with a pick six.
Benjamin running for his life. Pass, caught, and dropped. Maddox had it for a second, couldn't hang on as he went over Cleveland's Hubbard, who's much shorter, but when he came down, couldn't hang on to the football.
What a great adjustment by Maddox right there. He just couldn't reel it in, but he made a phenomenal adjustment on that football. Just it didn't look it all the way in.
And, if this was NFL, we'd have 15 different looks at was it a catch or not a catch, Here's one frame. Here's another frame.
Hey, these officials could do some instant replay. They take time on a lot of these plays to time enough to have instant replay.
9:33 to go in the fourth quarter. 29-13 in favor of the Blue Raiders. One score in the second half. And here's a give. Arms with running room. 35 and upended at the 32-yard line by Hubbard as Smith went for the tackle, and now looks like he's got leg cramps for the Cleveland Blue Raiders, Jayon Smith. So the Clinton trainer's over there to help him since he's closest to their sideline.
Yeah, he's been on the field all night, both ways. So doesn't surprise me that young man's cramping. He's played both ways all night, playing receiver and defensive back.
Let's give some credit to people that deserve credit.
Thanks, Terry. I appreciate that.
Oh, anytime. The drive of the game brought to you by First Horizon. First Horizon Bank will find a way. Key Street near Chick-fil-A and 25th Street at Chambliss. Kia of Cleveland, the drive zone. John Davis makes it as easy as 123 on South Lee. Elders Ace Hardware scoreboard. You got the Walker Valley score a moment ago from Greg. First downs, Cleveland Ford. Timeouts, Milliken Vane. The play clock. Bradley Concrete, Lamcon Ready Mix. Over 40 years of experience. Family owned. Lamcon.us. Punts in the game. Power Punts by Cleveland Utilities, your hometown connection. Home to Keith Arnwine. Sideline reports up here in the press box tonight. Jason, glad to have him up here. Crawford's Pharmacy brings you the sideline reports. Penalties, L&B Appliance, large enough to meet all your appliance needs and small enough to appreciate your business. L&B Appliance, Derrick E. Road at Highway 64. From personal experience, I can tell you L&B Appliance is a great place to shop.
Most definitely. They do a nice job.
9:18 on the fourth quarter clock, and now it's wound. And it's going to be 4th down, 2. And a keeper, nice fake by Benjamin. And Cleveland went for the fake, and he rolls around right side and picks up his first down and a couple of yards to spare. Cleveland D sold out on the fake to Arms. So a first down, Cleveland Ford first down with 9 minutes on the clock and a 29-13 Cleveland lead.
Yeah, they needed that first down. And again, like I said at the beginning of the third quarter, a touchdown and 2-point conversion right here. This is a one-possession game.
So don't go away. It could get interesting if they put 6 up here. Keeper again, Benjamin. He's going to run, and he's going to gain more yards before he goes out of bounds. Chased out of bounds by Hubbard and A.J. Westfield. And that does stop the clock.
We wouldn't want to have the clock running.
Coming in for the Blue Raiders on D is Gabe Moore. He was the one that blocked the extra point kick back in the first half.
And Greg, you talked about, Clinton potentially getting this thing tighter than what it is right now with it being a 16-point lead. You think about it. Penalties called back the touchdown. Penalties called back the interception touchdown.
Yep.
We shot ourselves in the foot all. And anybody here listening can understand how many penalties we've had.
They're going to do a reverse. Cleveland smells it out, but they break a tackle. And to the 25, spinning and down near the 20-yard line and a late flag after the play. As coming up limping is Will Keys Young. Cleveland had him in the backfield for about a 5-yard loss, but missed the tackle. And looked like the flag came after the play to me. So we'll see if it was a late hit or what's going to be called.
Oh, they ejected 34.
Oh my!
I think he said a punch was thrown. That's what it sounded like he said, which means he sits this one and the next one.
That's Gabe Moore, the starting defensive end, if it's 34. And that's going to be a blow, not only the rest of tonight, but also next week against McMinn County. And McMinn loves to run the ball. You need all of your defensive linemen to be there Friday night. So if it is 34,
it was because he left the game. So yeah, it was 34.
Gabe Moore will have to sit next week. McMinn's already riding high, as we talked about, winning over Bradley last night at Bear Stadium.
But here's the thing: it's so easy to play as a visiting team in McMinn County. It's an easy place to play.
You got to give Greg credit. He's been on the road 12 hours today, so
a little delirious right now.
Yeah, the medication's starting to take effect. So
hey, if this game were in Athens, Cleveland might be at 60 penalties.
Say 400 yards.
So, Greg, once again, you'll be welcome with open arms when you get to Athens next Friday night.
I always am.
Yeah. Luckily, Jason and I will be taking separate transportation. So, in other words, you're on your own, Greg.
Remember the last time I was in McMinn County, I got pulled over.
Yes.
For just for my lights flashing on my car.
All right. First down after the penalty near the 10. Benjamin going to have to run, throws it, and it's dropped. He threw it when he was being hit by 3 Blue Raiders. And we have people slow getting up, and temper's a little bit on the edge down there. He threw it as he was being hit by Cleveland, and the receiver was only a few yards away, but couldn't hang on to it.
Well, I think so Maddox was open in the back of the end zone. I think he was trying to get it to him, and he just got hit, and Young almost was able to come up with it, but Maddox was going along the back of the end zone right there, wide. I won't say wide open, but he was open, and probably would have been a touchdown had Benjamin been able to get the pass off.
And Pass caught to the 5, to the 3, and brought down. Cleveland barely saves from giving up a touchdown there. So the Dragons are knocking on the door. And I believe the receiver
was 11.
Jason Harrell. First time we've called his name tonight. So under the 8-minute mark of the fourth quarter, Cleveland 29, Clinton 13. Clinton can make it interesting if they get 6 here on a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, again, it makes it a 1-point game or a 1-possession game.
Third down, they can get a first without scoring, but not by much. Well,
now they get a penalty.
Clock violation? Did the clock run down?
Yeah, it did. It was at 0, unless they got a timeout in.
So that's a third delay they've had in the game. That will make it more interesting on third down. Ball back near the 8-yard line. Benjamin awaiting the snap. Looks, fires to the end zone, incomplete. And the receiver getting up very slowly, that's Maddox.
It was on. He pointed towards Clinton.
So awaiting a decision.
It's a hold.
So
Terry, what was our marker for the game at Bradley? 28 or 32?
30. Both teams had 15.
Okay. So we're at 28 accepted penalties.
Fourth down.
Oh, they declined the penalty. So we're at 27 accepted penalties.
Fourth down at the 8-yard line. Can Cleveland hold them one more time?
I think it's 5 penalties that have been declined, so we're at 32 penalties.
Rolling. Benjamin looking. Pressured. Going to be smothered and covered. The ball will go over on downs. That's the third time in the game Clinton has gone for it on fourth down. Didn't make it. Ball goes over.
It's a big
Benjamin
play.
Just rolled to the right, and there were too many Raiders right there.
Big play by Westfield right there. Because if Benjamin sets his feet, again, Maddox was wide open in the end zone if Benjamin sets his feet. And the bigger concern right now is Westfield is over on the sideline. I think he got hurt on that play. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but he ran to the sidelines and he's laying over there. So hopefully he's just tired. Hopefully that's not an injury.
Ball goes over on downs. Cleveland has it at the 16-yard line because of Benjamin losing yardage on the play on fourth down. So Cleveland needs to run 7:20 off the clock here. 29-13 Cleveland here in the fourth. It's going to be Braden Carroll carrying again. One of the main ball carriers in this game. The direct snaps to Braden Carroll, and he'll weave across the 25 to the 27. It's a first down run for Braden Carroll.
Carroll, 7 carries for 59 yards tonight. Isaiah Davis leading Cleveland, 14 carries for 103 yards.
And Isaiah is out there. I didn't know if he'd be out there this series or not, but he's there. And we'll see if looks like Braden's going to stay there as to receive the snap. So Carroll pointing, I'm not sure what he is pointing at, but he gets a snap and across the 30 to the 31-yard line. So burning clock, moving the ball, moving the chains. Cleveland with 6:29 on the clock, leading 29-13. Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. Andy Jenkins and possibly Ryan Lovelace there tonight to bring you the scores, the highlights, talk about the Bradley game last night, the Walker Valley Cleveland games tonight, and any other football subjects you bring up. Call them 614-6499.
And of concern over here, they're looking at Westfield's shoulder. I don't know if he landed on it or what happened, but his they're moving his shoulder around. So hopefully it's nothing serious.
Reverse inside and running with the ball, looking for a outside lane and running for Cleveland, gaining yardage. A number 20 that we don't have on the lineup. So we'll have to find out who that young man is. He gets a first down, ball to the 43-yard line. I have an idea who he is and the story behind him, but I can't give it without being 100% sure. So anyway, nice run, 1st and 10 Cleveland, and the clock at the 5:30 mark.
Cleveland taking their time getting the line, using clock. This is unusual for them, but it's the right thing to do.
Again, direct snap. Carroll.
Timeout, Cleveland.
Okay. So Cleveland burns first time out of the half. We'll take a 60-second break and be back. 5:18 on the clock. Cleveland 29, Clinton 13. We'll be back in 60.
Imagine a truck that doesn't just own the road, it dominates it. It's not just about the destination. It's about the journey. And our new GMC Sierra is elevating every moment of that journey for me. It's not just a truck. It's a lifestyle. Don Ledford didn't just sell me a truck. They saw the lifestyle I wanted and they found me that truck.
At Wholesale Supply, we're more than just a plumbing, electrical, and HVAC supplier. We're your partners in success. Join our family of customers today and experience the benefits of partnering with us. Enjoy free local delivery so you can focus on what you do best, getting the job done. With wholesale pricing, you'll save big on every purchase. Plus, our fast, friendly support team is here to assist you every step of the way. Our vast selection from top manufacturers ensures you'll find everything you need all under one roof. To find a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more. And remember, Wholesale Supply, open to the public.
5:18 on the clock.
Terry, let me give a couple of scores of interest here. Soddy Daisy 42, Ray County 28 in the fourth quarter. Sweetwater over Sequoia in the third, 35-20. East Hamilton over Hickson, 39-15. Go ahead, Terry.
Davis brings it outside midfield to the 40. They've got the jersey and they bring him down inside the 30. Go ahead, Greg.
Let me get the yardage here.
7:27.
It's a 31-yard gain for Davis. Polk County 46, Copper Basin 0 in a final. The biggest surprise of the night for me, Signal Mountain 42, McMinn Central 21, and like we said, Walker Valley 54, Notre Dame 24. Back to you, Terry.
All right, thank you, Greg. As let's give credit to Voytik Center for Orthopedic Care for all your orthopedic needs. Voytik.com, Voytik.com. Dr. Gary Voytik. Dale's Heating and Air, just call Dales.com. They're going to stick with the running of Braden Carroll to burn clock, and he's going to weave his way right side to near the 20-yard line. That Clinton D is getting a little bit tired right now. 4:33 to go on the clock here in the fourth quarter.
So am I, Terry.
Chick-fil-A located on Key Street in Paul Huff. Download the Chick-fil-A app today. Great chicken sandwiches. And Crown, your Jeep and Ram headquarters in Southeast Tennessee. I-75 at exit 20. Crown for Jeep and Ram.
It's a great drive for Cleveland here. We talked about them using clock. They've used over 3 minutes of clock, and they're in the drive zone now, and get an illegal substitution, and now they're out of the drive zone.
So back them up 5. And remember, when they're in the drive zone, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3 on South Lee. Kia of Cleveland. Carroll, right side again, his favorite spot, and he's got running room, finally goes out of real estate near the 10. And so we have 3:45, as we said, next Friday night, 7 o'clock for the kick. If you can't be in the friendly city of Athens, Tennessee, Mix 1041 or anywhere in the world on the My Mix 1041 app. And Bradley home next Friday night against Tyner. And Jason, would you look up Walker Valley's game next week? I want to say a home game, but I'm not sure. Inside handoff. It's going to be missing a tackle. Will be Clinton. Rush to the sideline going in. It could be. Yes, it is a score. Great run. Reggie Hubbard outran the defenders.
No,
make that Davis.
Yeah.
No, 1 instead of 5. Davis with great speed going to Richmond next year and just made 2 defenders go for air and come up empty. So nothing wrong with those legs.
Terry, Walker Valley plays at home next week against Polk County.
All right. Polk at Walker Valley. 2 undefeated teams next week.
Yeah, Polk won 46-0. Walker Valley scored 54. Could that be an interesting game?
It could be.
No, it couldn't. I'm going to go with no.
Point after a tip. Green gets the snap down. Kick in there. Bolaños, and it's good. Cleveland extends the lead 36-13 and 3:34 on the clock. So back to the station. Let us advise that the postgame show will be short tonight as Greg is tired. Jason's got a big day tomorrow, and we need to get things done quickly and send it back to Andy Jenkins for Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. So for the end of the game, post-game for us will be Dale's Heating and Air Player of the Game. Just call Dales.com. And post-game will be brought to you by Jenkins. Everybody knows Jenkins on APD 40. Greg Phillips' stats will be by Waste Connection, wasteconnection.com. So that's the post-game shows coming up when we finish here. So, Andy, get prepared. We're going to send to you quickly as soon as we can. 36-13 Cleveland right now.
It's a big drive by Cleveland.
It was. And Braden Carroll with a lot of running, and Davis putting the cherry on top with that beautiful run to the side.
Yeah, so Braden Carroll, 10 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown. A rushing touchdown. He only has 3 catches for 24 yards receiving, and Isaiah Davis 16 carries, 146 yards, and he's got a touchdown running, and he's got a 68-yard touchdown receiving. So Isaiah Davis over 200 yards of total offense tonight.
Bolaños kick off out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. 3rd time tonight that's happened. So it will be Clinton at their own 35. Headed toward the north end zone, toward M&M Mars, if you're familiar with Raiderville, Benny Monroe Stadium.
So Isaiah Davis over 200 yards in total offense tonight, but pales in comparison to the penalty yards.
Well, let's concentrate on his 200 yards. 35-yard line.
24 for 258. No, 59, 259.
Positive note, A.J. Westfield back in the game for
Good.
the Blue Raiders.
Yeah. 24 for 259 in penalties.
He's pointing up here at Greg in the press box. I hope that's a friendly point.
He better not be pointing at me.
My money's on him. What do you think, Jason?
I don't think he can catch my car.
You difficult.
Yeah. I just got to get to my car and get it going and get out of here.
He might stop that Tesla.
He very well might. I'm not. Nope. Remember, I'm in the white Bronco.
Oh yes, so I forgot.
That could give us the police chase that I've been looking for. Yeah, I'm in the white Bronco tonight.
A wanted man.
The rental car.
Pass. Maddox catches at the 40 to the 45. Gang tackle. They still haven't brought him down. Finally, the pile will fall. Using a lot of time up there. That's good for Cleveland. but it is a first down with his second and third effort. Clock at 3:20 and stop momentarily while they move the chains. Tell you guys, I'm very much looking forward to next Friday night. McMahon will be going for 2-0 on the year. They'll be still fired up over last night. And, if they take down Bradley now, they want to take down Cleveland next week. Here's a short gain that time for Elijah Davidson. But I think next week has all the makings of another good football game.
2 1-0 teams. Both teams struggled with penalties last week. Again, you typically have penalties in the first game, so I think both of these coaches will clean a lot of that up this week. So 2 1-0 teams, they'll clean the penalties up, and what an atmosphere it is at in the backdrop of McMinn County High School. So I'm excited for that. Looking for a great football game next Friday night.
In just a moment, we'll add fuel to the fire. Pass going to be called. Cleveland will miss a tackle to midfield. On his feet and inside Cleveland territory. They can't get him down. And finally, the play stopped at the 43 of Cleveland. Well, at Media Day last week, Bo Cagle not only took his shots at Bradley, saying they wanted to beat Bradley more than anybody else on their schedule, but, Coach Tigard and his players on their part of the media day talked about the new lights and new uniforms and all the improvements going on around here. A lot of work over the summer and everything, and a lot of new things, uniforms, etc. And we'll finish it in just a second. Run going nowhere, so now we can finish it. So a lot of positive things that Coach Tigard and the players brought out last week. So when it was Bo Cagle's time to get up and talk to the media, he said, well, my players are asking me why we don't have the new LED lights and we don't have this and we don't have that. He told them, boys, it's McMinn County. We come to play ball, not just to show things off. And he says, we're just a hard-nosed team, and we don't care. We're coming after you regardless of the name on your jersey, and we're just going to tough it out over you. And so just adding a little fuel to the fire,
Love Coach Cagle. He's just an old-school, hard-nosed football coach.
And
anytime you play McMinn County, especially you play those guys at home, you're going to get the best shot. Tough ball game.
You're going to be bruised when you leave.
Yes. 48 minutes of just, one-on-one, battles. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough game for Cleveland. McMahon's got some momentum going out, after the victory last night against Bradley, get an extra day off. They played on, like I said, last night. So Cleveland's got the work cut out for them, especially clean up some of this mess that we've seen in it.
Yeah. And, he mentioned regardless of our talent level, we're going to play you hard for 48 minutes and see what you've got.
New quarterback in the game.
The sophomore, McGowan, fires and a little bit over the intended receiver, Collins. And
why do you throw it with?
How do you throw it over Trent?
No, why do you throw it with 47 seconds left and a 3-touchdown lead? That's
you're
a
sophomore quarterback trying to make an impression.
I don't like that, Terry.
All right.
I don't like that. I don't like throwing it with under a minute left. But against the team that you've been battling all night and all that, you hand it off or take a knee and go to the house.
And he will take a knee this time.
Yeah, that's what should have happened the last time.
So 40 seconds on the clock. And Andy Jenkins, get ready for Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. You're going to be up in just a few moments when we finish here. Clock at 20 seconds. And they're not going to snap it again. So this one's going to finish Cleveland 36, Clinton 13. We'll take a 60-second break and be back with the postgame show in just 60 seconds.
Is your home too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter? At Central Heat and Air, your local HVAC experts, we've got you covered. Our top-notch technicians provide fast, reliable service to keep your home comfortable year-round. From installation to maintenance, we handle it all. You'll never be left out in the cold or the heat. Call Central Heat and Air today at 423-478-7778. That's 423-478-7778. Or visit us online at docsair.com. That's DOCSAIR.com. Central Heat and Air, your healthy home company.
Smith Family McDonald's salutes all student athletes and their families for the sacrifices they make on the field, but especially in the classroom. Smith Family McDonald's, a Cleveland and Bradley County tradition. Visit Smith Family McDonald's all across our area. Congratulations to Cleveland High School on the next 50 years from Smith Family McDonald's.
The final tonight, 36-13, Cleveland wins senior night here at Cleveland High School. Had to have senior night the first game of the year because second half of the season is almost totally away games. So a victorious Cleveland 36-13 senior night here to open the season. To tell you all about it, Greg Phillips.
Yeah, Terry, I'll hit the highlights here. So Cleveland starts out the scoring. Stevens on a screen pass to Isaiah Davis for 65 yards, went for two. So that was no good. Cleveland led 6-0. Real quickly after that, Benjamin to Maddox, 72-yard pass. Extra point by Ortiz is good to Clinton's only lead of the night, 7-6. Bandy to Jayon Smith for a 41-yard touchdown pass, and Sawyer Boyd runs it in at the end of the first. That made it 14-7. Again, Benjamin to Maddox on a 27-yard touchdown. So Maddox had two touchdowns. Benjamin obviously had two touchdowns as well, but two touchdowns receiving. Extra point was blocked. So 14-13, Cleveland leads. And then right before the half, Stevens to Sarton with about a minute left in the half for a touchdown. Bolaños with the extra point, 21-13 at the half. In the second half, Braden Carroll had a 26-yard run, Westfield on a 2-point conversion, and then Davis had a 12-yard run. Bolaños with the extra point for your final, 36, Cleveland 36, Clinton 13. To tell you how they did it, so Jalen Benjamin was 9 of 22, 185 yards, and two touchdowns, both of those to Maddox. Elijah Davison was 13 for 37, and Easton Gilliam 8 for 25. I'm sorry, that was Riker Arms 8 for 25. And then receiving, Wilkees Young 2 for 15, Caden Hodges 1 for 7, Donovan Pensick 1 for 31, and Bryson Maddox 4 for 123 with the two touchdowns, and then Jason Harrell had 9 yards. A catch with 9 yards. So 253 yards of total offense, 60 yards in penalties. For Cleveland, defensively, let me just go ahead and say Westfield had 2 sacks tonight. That was only 2 sacks of the game, and Westfield had both of them. So Cleveland, Cash Bandy was 4 of 10 for 63 yards and a touchdown. Chase Stevens was 6 of 10, 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. So they it was only 50%, but they were effective when they did throw. So Isaiah Davis, rushing wise, 16 for 146 and a touchdown. Braden Carroll, 10 for 84 and a touchdown. Reggie Hubbard, 2 for 11. Number 20, who we've got to figure out his name, he had 1 for 12. McGowan had the kneel down, so he was 1 for 5. Cash Bandy, 2 for 2. And Cash Bandy, 4 for 28. Chase Stevens was 2 for 2. Gage Parker was 2 for 2, and Lorenzo Tyson was 2 for 12. Receiving wise, Braden Carroll 3 for 24, Trent Collins 1 for 11, Jayon Smith 2 for 52 and a touchdown, Sam Sarton 1 for 7, that was a touchdown, Isaiah Davis 2 for 65 and a touchdown. So Cleveland had 437 yards of total offense, and they had 24 penalties for 259 yards in penalties tonight. So over half of their offense was eat up by penalties, and that doesn't count the decline penalties, and it doesn't count the 55-yard touchdown that was called back from a penalty, and a 65-yard interception return that was called back by a penalty. So if you count all that, Cleveland had like 350 yards of penalties tonight. So, on a positive note, Cleveland wins. Cleveland's got a good football team. They just need to clean some things up. But on a negative, they've got to fix the penalties. And it was a lot of penalties, Terry, that were, unsportsmanlike conduct, blindside blocks, things that don't need to be penalties.
Yeah, let's say a lot of penalties was not an effort penalty where you're trying to make a play and you get caught doing something, but just unforced errors. Not playing well. So that's got to be cleaned up before next week at McMinn County. Greg's post-game stats brought to you by Waste Connections, wasteconnections.com, as you listen to the Jenkins post-game show. And the last special feature tonight before we send it back to the station for Hardee's Friday Night Blitz with Ryan Lovelace and Andy Jenkins, Dale's Heating and Air Player of the Game. Just call Dales.com. Greg?
I tell you, it has to be Isaiah Davis. I mean, he had over 200 yards of total offense, 146 yards rushing, 65 yards receiving, held on to the football, got tough yards. So Isaiah Davis, again, Davis played really well tonight. So we'll give him the player of the game.
Deservedly so. And for the broadcaster of the game, we're going to give it to Greg and Jason, and that's going to wrap up the broadcast. Thank you for listening tonight. This broadcast dedicated to our good buddy, real good friend, the one and only Dwayne Williams. Dwayne, take care of yourself. And for Greg and for Jason, we send it back. This is Terry Evans. Good night from Raderville.
Is your home too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter? At Central Heat and Air, your local HVAC experts, we've got you covered. Our top-notch technicians provide fast, reliable service to keep your home comfortable year-round. From installation to maintenance, we handle it all. You'll never be left out in the cold or the heat. Call Central Heat and Air today at 423-478-7778. That's 423-478-7778. Or visit us online at docsair.com. That's DOCSAIR.com. Central Heat and Air, your healthy home company.
Smith Family McDonald salutes all student athletes and their families for the sacrifices they make on the field, but especially in the classroom. Smith Family McDonald's, a Cleveland and Bradley County tradition. Visit Smith Family McDonald's all across our area. Congratulations to Cleveland High School on the next 50 years from Smith Family McDonald's.
Did you know? The Town Squire presents the Student of the Month. Come in and register if you attend Lake Forest, Cleveland, or Ocoee Middle. Win a t-shirt or performance knit pullover, drawing each month of the school term. The Town Squire's new slogan, offering t-shirts to tuxedos and anything in between. Slacks, shirts, suits, sport coats, shoes. The Town Squire, locally owned and operated, the shop that appreciates the customer. Stewart Park Plaza, Keith Street, Cleveland.
Voytik Center for Orthopedic Care treats all orthopedic injuries, including neck and back pain. At Voytik Center for Orthopedic Care, insurance isn't a worry because they accept all insurances and can even get same-day appointments or even walk-ins. Digital x-rays are even on site. Voytik Center is also a certified concussion care specialist. Contact Dr. Voytik and his staff at 479-3600 for your appointment today.
At First Horizon, we know if there's a win, there's a way. Our team is here to help every step of the way with personal, business, or private banking. Stop by and visit us at one of our locations in Cleveland or give us a call at 423-559-7660. At First Horizon,